It is officially Nintendo Direct Eve. Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's Nintendo Direct prediction stream starring you. Now usually with Nintendo Direct predictions, what we've done on the channel is pretty much exclusively having them be predictions with you guys, but T&D and I recently posted a video where we did our own predictions for the first time in quite a while. And I was thinking initially that might be the only Nintendo Direct video predictions that we do, but then I realized why not do both? I think it'd be very fun to hear your suggestions and predictions, what you'd like to see, what you wouldn't like to see, and I figured we'd play some Mario Kart, have some fun, and let the Mario Kart predictions begin. Although, I don't think there's going to be any Mario Kart related stuff at all.
Don't get people's hopes up.
How is that getting people's hopes up, doing a tournament?
Mario Kart predictions.
It's predictions and Mario Kart. It's like a meal.
Yeah.
You have a meal that comes with dessert. Does that mean you're going to eat donuts with your spaghetti? I don't think so.
I don't think that's... whatever. Hello, everybody!
As T&D would say...
Hey, Demeech and Petey! I'm back on the 1,000-Year Door remake grind. However, I'm stuck on the second floor of Hooktail's castle. There's no Petey here, it's just me, T&D.
Yeah. I'm hoping to see Rhythm Heaven finally. Oh man, I would love Rhythm Heaven. I've been waiting for that for the longest time. And I feel like now would be a perfect time to do it.
I can't wait for a new Mario sports game! Oh boy, I wonder if we're gonna get free updates of Baby Wario!
You know, that actually would be cool to get Baby Wario, but not free updates. Wait, I'm seeing something about Mario Party. Is it just a prediction?
If anything, I don't want a Superstars 2. I want a Mario Party that takes inspiration from the GameCube title, says Nintendo Dario.
I agree with you there. I feel like with Superstars, it was a good way to just test out doing the classic formula again. But in terms of a new game, they definitely got to do something that's in line with the classics, but also not garbage. Starfy game would be cool, but I think that's a pipe dream. I feel it's... Actually, maybe it's not too soon for them to reveal the Mario movie cast. What do you think?
I think it is too soon. We're like 2 years away.
We are, but... Alright, let's begin the tournament. I guess I'm just focused on game announcements.
I could see them talking about the Zelda movies cast, but Mario Movie 2 is too soon.
I don't think we're gonna get Sports Superstars 2. I don't even think that game sold well. T&D, we might, or there is maybe the possibility to get Sports Mix 2.
I'd rather just have it just be completely basketball.
What would your reaction be if it was Sports Mix 2? Would you still be okay with that?
Yeah, I guess so. Yes, a Zelda movie is confirmed. It's in the works with Sony Pictures, unfortunately, and it's live action as well. They'd call it Super Mario Ballers. I think it'd just be called Mario Baseball, and then I don't know, Grand Slam.
They could do
Anyone
that.
there?
All I want is... Tomodachi Life would be amazing. It's one of those things that I always want to see in a Nintendo Direct, but it just seems like it never is, but you see a lot of fans ask to see Tomodachi Life in Directs, so... You think they're actually gonna do it?
What, Tomodachi Life?
Yeah.
I don't think so, but it would be cool.
Alright. Oh! Thank you for the donation! Thank you, Tony Sonic, for the $5. That is very kind of you. And because of that, you get to choose the next character I play as. So, let me read the comment. I'm going to try to read it and drive. That's a really horrible idea to do if you're actually driving in real life, but it's Mario Kart. My only hopes are Metroid Prime 2 or 3 and Zelda Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Aside from that, I'll take anything. Now, would you take anything? Would you take an unfinished Mario Baseball? Would you take Switch Sports 2? I'm trying... I do think that Metroid might be likely, but you guys, this is an interesting question. Do you think that Metroid Prime 4 will finally be revealed? I kind of feel like now is the time.
Maybe. It could be. Could be the time.
They're not going to make... They could make Switch Sports 2, but I have a feeling if they do, it's going to be on the next console. And you know what? I'm not fully opposed to it. It could be good, but at the same time, it is Nintendo we're talking about.
I think Mario and Luigi is going to come back, and I think we will see it in this Direct.
That would be legendary, but at the same time, I think it's rather unlikely.
So is the Thousand Year Door and Super Mario RPG as a remake.
Good point. Now, just because something's unlikely doesn't mean it's impossible. So, we might see the impossible once again. You know, I would love to see Pac-Man World Repack too.
It would be cool. I just... Wasn't that survey like a few months ago? I don't even think it was last year. Was it?
I'm not sure.
Just because Alpha Dream's dead doesn't mean Nintendo won't make a sequel or can get another development team.
I mean, they did that with Mario Party.
Yeah. I mean, they could just get former members from Alpha Dream and make a new team. Let's see.
Mario Party Supercars, it will happen. I'm not on Twitch. T&D, there's a meme.
Where?
Discord. Mario Galaxy 2 port is my pie in the sky port. I'd kind of like it to be a remake. If they're willing to remake it like they remade Thousand Year Door, I would love that. Alright, Reese, you can join. Just give us a moment because I'm going to do this race and then we can add you in. So, in terms of Galaxy 2, do you think that's likely, T&D?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately?
Yeah, it should have been with 3D All-Stars.
What if it's a full-on remake? I'd feel like it'd be forgiven.
I don't give a crap if it's a full-on remake.
I mean, we can't change the past. It should have been, but 3D All-Stars should have been more.
Who cares if it's a full-on remake? It's still Galaxy 2. A good game, but I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't
For
have
me,
the
Galaxy 1 is
story
better.
of Galaxy 1. Yet it has so much better level design.
It has more 2D than 3D, too, which I'm not a fan of.
It's not that prevalent. It is prevalent.
It's very prevalent.
But it's still a full-on 3D Mario game.
It's not my favorite 3D Mario. I think Galaxy 1's better. Unless there's like a side mode added to Galaxy 2, then I really just don't care.
Is this some guy who clearly doesn't like Super Mario Galaxy 2?
I like Galaxy 2, but I'm not about to pretend like it's the better game over the Galaxy 1.
Well, I'm not going to pretend. I'll just say it. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is better than Galaxy 1. A Mario game
It's not.
is all about level design and fun mechanics, and Galaxy 2 has way better level design, way better power-ups, and it has Yoshi. And even though I do wish I had the story elements...
Yoshi! Too bad his games suck now.
Hey, whoa, watch it there. Speaking of, do you think that not Crafted World, a port of
Crappy
Yoshi's Woolly
World.
World is likely? That's weird that they haven't done that one.
See,
Do you guys...
not Armani agrees with me. Galaxy 1 is more memorable.
Actually, you know what? I will do a poll asking you guys which is better. And I will let them decide.
Galaxy 2 is more fast-paced. I don't know, I like Galaxy 1.
The Roy Koopa experience. T&D, you are factually wrong, just like when you said my uncle looks like a meatball.
Well, too bad you can't show it on stream for people to agree with you. Galaxy 1 feels like a full like a full package. Galaxy 2 just feels like what it was supposed to be, DLC.
Why does that me kind of look like me? But if I were... Yeah, if I just had a different expression. You know what? I'm gonna play Big Blue, hopefully, just to manifest F-Zero GX Remastered or Remade.
It is neck and neck with Galaxy and Galaxy 2.
I would say that Galaxy 2 is... Oh, I like what I'm seeing. 56% for Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Come on, Galaxy 1, guys.
We are gonna do, like, 1 or 2 more races, and then I will put you on the call. But, let's see. I used to like Galaxy 1 more, but I like Galaxy 2. See, the thing with Mario games is that a good story is nice to have.
Oh, it's 50-50.
But the gameplay is way more important.
I'm not saying I hate Galaxy 2, I just think Galaxy 1 is a better game.
Also, I know this isn't the same thing, but with Galaxy, have you noticed that...
I think it's stupid that they're saving it for a port instead of putting it in a collection with the rest of the 3D Mario games.
Well, I'd also argue, where the hell was Super Mario 3D Land?
Oh, that could go die in a pit.
Well, if the goal is to have all the 3D Mario games on one system, you better include them all.
Yeah. To be fair, I just wanted Galaxy 2. 3D Land, I could forget that game happened, honestly. How long does the poll go for?
I think it just lasts for... We'll keep it up for most of the stream. But it is very close.
See, I'm not crazy. I just like Galaxy 1 better than 2.
It seems to be a pretty common opinion.
My problem with Galaxy 2 is that it's a little too streamlined, and I feel like it misses some of the charm of the first game.
Have you noticed, though,
Galaxy
how much...
2, there it is! Chef Me Maker, $2. Galaxy 2 didn't have charm as Galaxy 1 had.
Well, thank you for the donation. That is very kind of you, but I will say, even though you gave a donation, I'm still going to give my thoughts. And I will say that, while Galaxy 1 certainly had charm and it had a little more lore, Galaxy 2 is still the better game, in my opinion. And also, another thing, I was trying to say this, but have you noticed that Galaxy 2 looks way better than 1? It has brighter colors.
I mean...
It's a lot more fun to look at. Whereas Galaxy 1, it felt like a lot of stuff just took place at night, which does make sense because it's space, but at the same time, I like the way that Galaxy 2 looks more. Joke's on you! T&D and I did not go to kindergarten. We didn't go to school. We were like Pippi Longstockings.
Wow, it is really, really close. Huh. Galaxy 2 also has a map.
Yeah, but the thing is, the
Galaxy
Comet
1
Observatory was useless.
Oh, Uncle Nick donated $2 and says, I predict Tomodachi Life 2. Like the video, folks.
Uncle Nick, I really hope we get Tomodachi Life 2. But I'm not holding my breath over it because Nintendo just seems really weird with Mii games. But I will say that I would love to see that. And it's good that you brought it up as a sequel. But here's the thing. Quartz! Quartzer, thank you for the donation. Only one of those games had the chip. Yes! Yes, he knows what's up. Thank you, Dasho Rose. Thank you so much. That is very kind of you. This is the first super chat, so thank you. You guys, thank you so much for the super chats because they help keep the channel alive and help me continue to make videos.
I said the chimp sucks.
Oh, he said the chimp sucks?
Yeah. He's annoying and he sucks.
We need to hear it from Quartzer.
I don't really. I mean, the chimp is cool. I'm just.
Well, we can agree that both games have Honey Queen, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You would know.
There's just a certain magic. There's a certain magic with Galaxy 1 that Galaxy 2 fails to recapture.
You would know a lot about honey, wouldn't you?
I don't know what that means.
When you made the honey patty to catch the roach.
You'd know a lot about that, wouldn't you, Caillou boy?
Tyler decided to make some honey cookies. And so, I pranked him a few years back. There was a roach in his apartment, and...
I'm not even hating on anything. I just think Galaxy 2 can't compare to Galaxy 1. Let's see Dashful Rose's opinion. Galaxy 2, I think, has a problem with the galaxies. They're way too small. I feel like repeating the same mission over and over, like Supermassive Galaxy. I'm literally playing the same mission 3 times. Aqua Twist, I'm T&D.
You know, maybe we should start calling you something else for the streams, because T&D doesn't have as good of a ring as... Is Ty good for streams?
I mean, everybody knows me as T&D, so I think we just gotta stick with it.
Ty Turner.
Nice to meet you too, Aqua.
Yeah, Aqua Twist was at our panel when we were at PAX East. He has a great channel, and he's also releasing a game, so if you haven't, go subscribe to him, will ya? Call him Fred Flintstone.
I wouldn't mind a Galaxy 2 remaster, but it would be cool if we got like a side mode that added new levels and stuff. Then I'd be down, but I still think that it's dumb that they would do it as a separate remaster anyways.
What if it looked like Odyssey?
Yeah! Galaxy 1 is winning right now!
Yeah, oh yeah, you know who else was winning?
I don't know. Charlie Sheen?
Yeah. And he's not anymore. So the same... Let's see, Galaxy 2. We're at 53%. Alright, we're gonna have Reese. Galaxy 2 has the Jardiance lady, so you know which one's... Ah, yes, this man gets it.
Isn't that just Lubba?
Pretty much. But anyways, we will have Reese join. So, give me 1 second. Alright, where is Reese? T&D and Reese! Doo-doo-doo! I don't know what kind of song that was, but it wasn't a normal song. Yet again, there's nothing normal on the channel. Except for T&D. That's kind of it. But anyways, we are going to have him. Because we know everything about scary movies and you know nothing about scary movies. We'll save the park from our knowledge of scary movies. Oh! We got another donation from Chef Meme Maker. Thank you for the donation, and I will be reading this. Saying Super Mario Galaxy 2 is like saying Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon is better. Oh! You are gonna hate my opinion then.
But, yeah, so hey, Demeech, and some guy who clearly doesn't like Nintendo.
Actually, it's some guy who clearly doesn't like Super Mario Galaxy 1. What up, Reese? What up?
You mean 2?
No, but here's the thing.
I like both Galaxy games. I'm just saying I like Galaxy 1 better. Jeez.
We're just messing with you. Well, actually, I should say I am, because Reese hasn't really done anything. But I will say this.
No, I don't think you're messing with me. I think your feelings are genuine.
No, I love Galaxy 2 more than 1, but I will say this. I want to reply to the donation. So, with Luigi's Mansion 2, I actually prefer it over the original. I feel the gameplay is that much better. It's a much longer game. The Poltergeist 5000 adds so many better mechanics, and I like the variety with the 5 mansions. I also feel it's one of the best looking 3DS games. Now going back to it with Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, only time will tell, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, I mean, I'd be down for, yeah, I'll always stand by how I feel, and I will say that I love Luigi's Mansion, but I do prefer Dark Moon. But in the case of Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, I definitely prefer Galaxy 2 much more than Galaxy 1.
Yeah, I'm on Team Galaxy 2, I would say, because, I mean, I love both games. I think they're both 10 out of 10 games for me. Like, they're both in my, like, top 20 games of all time. But I think Galaxy 2 is just slightly better, just, like, due to the, like, gameplay ideas and mechanics and things. But I feel like Galaxy 1, I do understand that definitely had more of an impact, I would say, but I just prefer Galaxy 2 from, like, a gameplay perspective.
I mean, I do too.
That's understandable, and I'm not dismissing that because I do love Galaxy 2. I don't know, there's something about Galaxy 1 that I don't think it's nostalgia either, because there is a certain, like, there's a huge charm factor to it, and yeah, like, a game isn't all about lore and, like, story, but it can definitely elevate and enhance a game, for sure. And Galaxy 1 isn't just, like, any game, but...
Alright! Brian, thank you for the donation. I don't think it's likely we're gonna see Galaxy 2, but we are having a huge debate about it right now. And also T&D. I have a good feeling that I know exactly what our next discussion's going to be.
Nah, I'll pass.
Hey, but you know, the thing is, with Galaxy and Galaxy 2, I mean, it doesn't matter, because Paper Mario Sticker Star is better than both games.
See, this man gets it! Yes, I've played Katamari. Boy. I love Katamari.
See, like, one had... Neither Galaxy or Galaxy...
50 right now.
Neither Galaxy or Galaxy 2 have Kirsty. So,
Team Peanut Butter or Team Jelly? Well, I'm allergic to peanuts, so...
I was gonna say, Team Peanut Butter or Team Salsa? Have you guys ever tried peanut butter and salsa together? It's a nice combination. It makes you want to go into a hot topic. What was that?
You find it in the freezer.
Yeah, you find it in the freezer. It's like leaving cookies and milk for Santa Claus, but if you leave peanut butter and salsa in the freezer, good old Shawnee Boy is gonna come over and give you a record of Wonderwall. But also,
we need Cammy Dunaway to reveal the Mario Galaxy 2 remaster.
What? You're gonna try to get me to hate it that way?
Sure.
Alright, how does this sound? We could have Brie Larson reveal the Super Mario 64 remake.
Oh, God.
No, she would have revealed Metroid.
Oh. No, she'll be Samus in the movie.
Oh, no. Now, actually, whoever reveals a game or is associated with it can make or break your first impression with it. Like, I would say if the Jardiance lady revealed a game, it'd instantly be one I'd be interested in.
Ryan the Meme says if there was a game called Demeech Party, the playable characters would be Demeech, T&D, Reese, Anton, Writers DX, PD, Smarty Boy, the Jardiance lady, Billy, Adult Caillou, and the Fart Fairy.
That is quite the roster.
Also, yeah. I think there's a few others that we could possibly add to. I'm thinking, like Star Chronix.
Oh yeah, he could be a free DLC update.
Yeah, and I would say Soshi should also be a part of it too.
No, Soshi will be the shop runner, and he'd be like, "Hey, it's a Demeech Party experience," and then you unlock him as a playable character by watching the entire Hanna-Barbera Pac-Man cartoon.
Yeah, who do you think would be the host? Like, do you know, like,
Ooh, that's a great question.
Like, kind of like Tumble
Justin Bertie.
Oh, Justin Bertie.
Justin
Bertie. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. But I was about to call MC Ballyhoo Chuck Quizmo for a second, just because of how like how obsessed I am with Paper Mario.
For a second, I thought you were gonna call him Chuck Berry.
But I was thinking.
Or what were you thinking, Reese?
Billy would be the Bowser equivalent.
Actually, you think that would be Billy or Sean TND?
I think it'd be well. Billy would be Bowser Jr. Sean would be Bowser.
You have a song about Billy and Sean.
Also, I had another idea. Billy Dogs would be an item, but it would be like, do you know, like, some of the items that you, like,
It'd be
basically...
like a poison mushroom.
Yeah, it would be like a poison mushroom where you do it on another player and they can only roll, like, a certain amount. So, it would basically be like that.
When you land on a Billy space, he will tell on you.
So it's like Monopoly now.
Waluigi Stadium.
Wow, this is a really intense poll.
This poll...
I mean, to be honest, both games are excellent. I don't know what we're complaining about.
I'm waiting for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to load here, because I'm downloading all of the update data onto my micro SD card, since I got a new one recently.
Nice.
What's the micro SD card for? The Switch?
Yeah, because I upgraded from like 128 to 512 gigabytes.
Ah, yes, because Reese is a connoisseur of NFTs, being non-fungible digital games. I call digital games NFTs because they're not freaking tangible.
Well, I actually mostly have physical games. Like, most of my Switch games, like, I would say probably, like, I have around 70 physical Switch games, but I have, like, a lot of, like, little digital ones. I have, like, a lot, like, between, like, DLC and,
I'm just messing
smaller
with you.
things. Yeah,
I have a 512 gigabyte card on my Switch too, but I don't think I ever really take advantage of it. But this is a really good prediction, or I'm not sure if it's a prediction or not, but we're hearing one about Color Splash for the Switch. You know what? I'd really be down for that.
I would rather have Super Paper Mario, honestly.
I think that's more likely.
The thing is with Color Splash, I mean, I feel like they'd have to overhaul it quite a lot in order to make it, like, kind of like a game that could stand alongside, like, Thousand Year Door, and, I mean, even Origami King to a degree. But, I just feel like, aside from I mean, I know the battle system would be improved if it was on the Switch, but I feel like Color Splash, it still is, like, a little generic when it comes to, like, the characters and
characters,
things,
yes.
so...
I would say the locations are actually quite interesting. I'd be willing to give it a second chance. I do feel like Super Paper Mario would probably be a better idea. But in terms... I always have this idea that if you remake a game that has a lot of issues, it's a better idea. Kind of like if they were to remake Pac-Man World 3. I see Nintendo Dario isn't on board, but also J-Play said, let's hope we get a Mario Kart 8 announcement tomorrow. How would you guys feel if we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or more DLC? Would you guys be finna down for that, or no?
I think I'd be dead.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know. But I was gonna say, with that, I wanted to say real quick, with the idea that I had, since we were mentioning Color Splash, I was thinking, what if they did, like, at some point, what if they did a Paper Mario wacky collection, where it had Super Paper Mario, Sticker Star, and Color Splash, like a lot of the weird Paper Mario games into, like, one collection? I was just thinking about that.
It sounds like a really cool idea, but I don't know if Nintendo would do it. That seems like something that fans would make. Although, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Sonic Gems Collection.
Speaking of, Reese, we have a question for you and I. What is your favorite Sonic game? And I'll let you go first.
Sonic Adventure 2. Well, the GameCube version specifically. I just think it's great overall. I know it has some issues, but like just Sonic and Shadows stories are just peak. It's just like I would definitely say it's peak Sonic for me. Like the story in the game is amazing, and
Yeah.
it's just really memorable overall. I just really enjoyed it.
I agree. Oh, were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna let you go ahead for your favorite Sonic game.
Oh, I'm not too far behind. Mine is the original Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast.
Really?
It's yeah, it's my favorite. It's my favorite Sonic game ever. You know, I remember buying it on the PS3 shop back in the day, loving it. I actually did not. Back in the day, Sonic Adventure was well known for being slammed by people like the Game Grumps and Pro Jared and a lot of other things. And when I actually started to play it, because in my mind, for whatever reason, I thought that they were bad games because people on YouTube said it was bad, which I'm sure, Reese, you've seen something similar on Twitter recently. But once I actually started playing the game, I was like, wow, this is amazing. And to this day, it's still, I think, my favorite 3D Sonic game. And it has the best Sonic controls in the
Plays
series.
knows what's up.
But yeah, there's a bunch of Sonic games that are my favorite, but
My
Adventure has
really
my
weird.
favorite story. Yeah, you like CD. Let's not pretend like nobody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
How-
what I thought.
Oh, that's a good question. Alright. Demeech, how did you meet Reese? I actually remember it vividly. So, the poll is still split. Oh my gosh, what an...
Yeah.
Do you think that the poll
See,
for Galaxy versus Odyssey will be this intense? I don't know if it will be.
Oh, I don't think so.
I think that Galaxy will win by a landslide because everyone hates Odyssey nowadays. But Reese and I met in 2020. He reached out to me and wanted to do a collab for Mario Kart. And the first one we ever did was it the best tracks in Mario Kart?
It was the best tracks, and after that, like a couple months later, we did the worst tracks.
I
And,
definitely remember doing those.
Yeah,
And just from
both
there,
of them.
I think that he started joining streams and stuff. Like, we became good friends,
Yeah.
but the first stream
Yeah.
you're ever on, I think you were
Was
just...
the
Which one was it?
well, I'm not sure. I wasn't on this one, but I remember like one of the first ones where I just like
Fresh Air?
kind of had. Yeah, I don't think I actually joined on that one. It might have been the stream after that, but I remember like bringing up Family Guy in the chat. And then you started talking about Fresh Air, and then the stream just shut down.
Oh, yeah.
That was a...
I remember that.
I'll never forget T&D's reaction. He's like, what? They're running... He does a good Chris Griffin impression.
What?
Webster's Dictionary? Jordan, good to
nope.
see ya. Oh, man, no, actually not good to see ya. You have that same opinion. Oh, not enough Rosalina.
Yeah,
Moriyoshi.
Galaxy 1 is winning.
Mario and Luigi,
You know-
Fresh Air.
Galaxy was the only game that I could stand Rosalina in.
Alright, should we keep this poll up for just, like, one more thing? Or, like, one more
I think we
race?
should keep it up for the whole. We should keep it up for the whole stream.
Okay, I'm actually joining the Mario Kart tournament now. So
Somebody finna read the chat while we race, so you gotta do that.
Ugh.
What?
Paper
I'll keep the chat open to the side.
Paper Luigi side quest would be awesome. That's something that I wanted to talk to you about, Reese. How likely do you think that is for DLC for
I
1,000 Year Door?
don't know. Honestly, I actually have an idea that I want a little more than a Paper Luigi side story. What I want is basically a story surrounding the four heroes, like with 1,000
Oh.
years before the events of 1,000 Year Door.
Oh, that'd be
So-
cool.
Yeah, because there's like a Goomba, Koopa, Boo, and a Toad that are like the four heroes. So I think that would be pretty interesting.
That'd be awesome.
I feel like that would be very interesting. I'm reading some of the chat. Go on.
Rosalina is just Gardevoir. Rosalina is just Gardevoir with a different coat of paint.
Not really, no. Gardevoir
Not at
just
all.
has like this ethereal vibe to her. Or him, because it can be both.
Waltaman 2019. I hate Rosalina so much. My dude. Jack Attack, what was your previous comment? I met Dimitri when I was abandoned in a Kmart dumpster in Detroit when I was born, and once he found me, he cared for me, nurtured me, and even pooped on me. Ah, good times.
I'm convinced that this guy is Billy.
That sounded like one chat there. That sounded like something that would have happened in a Smiling Friends episode.
It does sound like Smiling Friends. I was gonna say it sounds like something the boss would do.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Have you seen the new episode?
I have.
I need to watch it.
Dimitri doesn't want any spoilers, but
You already
Jay to the P
spoiled it.
Moreno. I didn't spoil all of it. Jay to the P Moreno says some guy who clearly hates Rosalina and Yellow Toad and the Rabbids. I prefer
Galaxy
Super
1.
Petey Galaxy. He prefers Super Petey Galaxy, guys. That's actually a great game.
It's
One of Petey's great achievements.
It's one of the best games I ever played. It was exclusively released on the Dendy and also the Nokia N-Gage and Gizmondo. And the
It
only
was
way
actually
you
on
could...
the. It was actually on the Leapster.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember playing that when I was a kid, right next to the Leapfrog farm and drawing game. And, of course, the SpongeBob game. Did any of you guys have a
Sonic
Leapster
game.
growing up? But
My cousin had a Leapster, and she had the Sonic X game that had like the Sonic 3 sprite. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but
Riders
I think
DX
I've heard
needs to
about that
review that.
before.
yeah, I was obsessed with that game. But besides that,
Also,
yeah, I didn't have one.
Also, I just wanted to say I'm playing as the second best Mario girl right now and the beach's favorite.
Pauline.
Yep. My favorite, and it's funny, is my favorite Mario girl is the beach's second favorite, but my favorite's Vivian, and then, yeah, my second favorite's Pauline, so...
Two are just my type. Alright, let's
Yeah,
see.
Let's see.
Kid Icarus
My
Uprising
favorite-
HD. You know, I would be so down for that,
Yeah.
not only because it'd give the game better controls and it'd be a really cool remake or remaster to see, but also because it means that Smash might not happen. Or
Nobody
soon.
remembers. Nobody remembers Super PD Galaxy Pacemaker port.
We're talking about pacemakers.
Okay, I'm gonna choose Butte City for good luck.
You know, that's a really
Ooh.
good idea.
Could there be a Splatoon spin-off, perhaps?
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
No, here's
honestly,
the
I
thing.
have some...
Is Splatoon 3 still getting DLC and updates? Or did they finish it? Because I
I
haven't
think
kept
that
up
was.
with
I
the
think
game.
they finished. They just finished, right? For
I think
Splatoon
they
3?
might have. There might be, like, I'm not sure, there might be, like, one more, but I'm not sure, they might have. But I think, I think there's, like, a lot of potential for what they could do with, like, a Splatoon spin-off. For a lot of the thing, I hear some people saying, like, a 3D platformer, but I don't know, that seems a bit too, like, it doesn't seem, like, interesting enough for the Splatoon thing, because, I mean, there's already, like, platforming elements in the story modes of a lot of Splatoon games, so I'm thinking, like, I think it would have to be, like, a lot different, like maybe like a tower defense game, like a full-on tower defense game.
Sorry, continue.
I
was just
but
like-
I think that.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait, what were you?
I was just laughing at Jack Attack's comment saying, I feel like PD used to live in Spamtopia because that's how insane he is.
Where's Spamtopia?
Well, can't say.
Oh, Smiling Friend.
It's a,
Yeah, that's
It's a spoiler.
It's in the newest episode.
Sorry, Reese. Continue with what you were saying.
Oh, I was basically finished with what I was saying there, but also I wanted to ask the Meech, how many episodes of season 2 have you watched so far?
I only saw
Smiling
the
Friends?
Gwimbly episode, but I haven't seen the whole series yet, but I definitely need to do that. I guess I've just been too focused on what has been my obsession recently.
He's been watching Caillou instead of Smiling Friends. I'm not even joking.
I recently got season 1 of Smiling Friends on DVD. So
really? Nice.
Yeah. So now I'll have to show it to the Beach. Well, some of the episodes that he hasn't seen yet. So he has no excuse not to watch it now.
Actually, come to think of it, T&D, it's not just that. It's Arthur and the Dora A-OK thing too.
Yeah.
Just A-OK in general. Watching instead of Smiling Friends.
You know, Reese, I did want to ask you a question because season 2 is almost at a close. Do you prefer season 1 or season 2? And I think my answer would have to be season 1, but I mean, honestly, I might be the only one here.
I think they're about equal. I think they both, I feel like I like different aspects of, both season 1 and season 2. I like how chaotic season 2 is. I mean, it's even more over the top than season 1, and I think it has some really funny scenarios during season 2, but I feel like season 1 is also really memorable as well. But I don't know. I feel like I like them basically equally, I would say.
I agree. I also feel like nothing will top the first time watching Smiling Friends, I feel like. So going into season 2, again, it's great. It's on the same level as season 1, but there's that sense of watching the show and being like, what the heck am I watching? This is so weird and bizarre and unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's kind of gone a little bit in season 2, but they're both on the same level, and my favorite episode so far has been when they get abducted by aliens.
I gotta check out the whole series, but anyways...
I'm not gonna spoil it, but the ending was really funny with that one.
That was hilarious.
I will say, FazFan07, thank you. Sup to Meech, hope you're having a good night. Well, thank you, I am having a great night. And because of the donation, it's even better now, so thank you. Joe the Show, thank you. Hot take. Oh, I can't read this right now. T&D, I'm gonna have to have you read it.
Where?
I can't say that either.
Joe the Show?
Yeah.
Is it?
I'm not gonna slander Odyssey.
Joe the Show, I do not have that because I have my dignity.
Yeah, none of those are true. There's no T&D OF and there's no boring Mario Odyssey.
Hey, I'll pretend, we could pretend that they said Super Mario Odyssey is amazing and not boring at all. So that
yeah, that's definitely a concern out of that comment.
let's just pretend they said that instead, because that's the only right opinion about Super Mario Odyssey. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine if you.
You're allowed to have your opinion.
Yeah.
I do think Odyssey does get overhated for whatever reason. I mean,
it's because of that damn video where the guy can't even pronounce Mario.
No, I just listen. I'm very critical of Odyssey. It's not my favorite 3D Mario, but it's done a lot more good than bad for the series, and I appreciate it for that. I just want to see the criticisms being addressed in the next 3D Mario. I've said this multiple times, but a lot of the moves, you can literally walk up to some of the moves and just grab them, or ground pound in a spot and get them.
Yeah, but the thing is, the game is just structured differently. It's not structured like Sunshine or 64, where each mission is a whole on level.
Yeah, I feel
it's different.
I feel like it's more
Bowser's Fury better with that.
That is a good point. I can understand that take. if you didn't like the direction in Odyssey where it's a little too simplistic, then I understand that. And if you or prefer Bowser's Fury's approach, that makes sense. But
Bowser's Fury is such a good game. I don't see people talk about it enough. I mean,
well, the only
man.
problem is it's just really short.
It doesn't matter though.
Yeah.
Like it's short, but it's sweet. It's super replayable. Like I have so many save files of the game. There, like, man, if they're to go by anything for the next 3D Mario, it should be the movement system of Odyssey, but it should be the structure of Bowser's Fury.
You know what? It's always interesting about Bowser's Fury. How did that idea come to mind? Because if you look at 3D World, it's one of the most linear 3D Mario games. So why have a side campaign that's one of the most open, probably the most open?
Well, I think it's because it's a... I don't think they just came up with that idea on the fly. I think it's something that's like a look into the future of 3D Mario, if that makes sense.
In 2021, so it's been like 3 years, so maybe it could be that.
Yeah.
Since I didn't say this in Reese's stream from yesterday, I'll say it here. Demeech, T&D, and Reese form a perfect trio. Well, thank you. That is very kind of you, Sean Kim.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Bowser's Fury has regular saves, but what if they just have an update for Mario Wonder? We have added save files to Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Yeah,
honestly,
didn't someone say that yesterday?
Yeah, it was T&D.
Yeah. Honestly, if that was the only update we got from Wonder, I'd still be happy, just because it allowed me to play more of Wonder without deleting my save file.
There's something really bizarre that I want as a small update, but, well, not for Wonder, but for, Paper Mario. But basically, there's this, like, I was looking at the concept art for the Thousand Year Door remake, and it shows for, like, some of the concepts for the remake, it actually shows Mario with the beta design that he had from the original game, but this was concepts for the remake, which I thought was kind of bizarre that they used that design there. So I was thinking, what if that was what if they were planning like a Paper Mario 64 style badge, since like Mario's unused design in Thousand Year Door was based on his 64 design. So I was thinking like they're kind of making a design kind of based on that. So I was thinking like what if they make like an emblem badge kind of that has that beta design for Mario?
Would be cool.
Cause it's like seems really bizarre that it shows up in like a couple like pieces of concept art.
Yeah, but wouldn't you need to do like the beta designs for the partners too?
It was really just it's kind of like just a cosmetic thing for Mario. It doesn't really change his proportions at all. It just kind of slightly changes Mario's design and his colors and kind of like the emblem badges, but there's also 100% there was like a couple things that they added there, but I'm not gonna spoil it. But they did do something where it kind of makes sense that they would add like an emblem badge like that. But I think it would be cool if they added something like that in an update, along with a couple other things like full GameCube controller support.
You know, Rico Lee brings up a point that I was going to talk about. He says, I hope traditional power-ups are a big thing for the next open 3D Mario, because I've always wanted them in a more open 3D Mario because they worked great in Bowser's Fury. And I actually really agree. This was actually something that, going forward with 3D Mario, I really hope that they bring power-ups in that regard back, because I think they add a great deal of variety to the gameplay. The only issue with Bowser's Fury, I feel like, were 3D World's controls and Fury Bowser kind of interrupting the flow sometimes, but man, I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think you would want to see more power-ups, like traditional power-ups in open world 3D Mario?
I'd be down for that.
I agree. Like, it works really well in Bowser's Fury, so I think I'd really like to see it in like another 3D Mario game.
How do you guys think that the elephant fruit would work in 3D?
Probably the same as how it works in 2D.
No, you think it could have any other abilities?
It would probably be I feel like it would just kind of be like Flood. Like, there could be not a first person mode, but like, a close range mode with the tusk if you're like blowing water.
Do
I
we
don't know.
count the galaxy power-ups? I would say not really.
If we're counting Galaxy 2, I guess, yeah.
Well,
Galaxy 2,
I feel like it.
Galaxy 2 has more
Galaxy
traditional
2,
Mario power-ups.
Yeah. It kind of
Galaxy
had like a
1 kind of has
mixture.
more. Yeah, because Galaxy 1 has more like Mario 64 power-ups where they're just kind of like situational. Um, but yeah, I would like to see more power-ups akin to like Galaxy 2 3D World or Wonder.
Nah, because
I
Galaxy
think
is more
like
linear.
I think like in Odyssey, the power-ups were the transformations with the captures. So that's why we kind of didn't have traditional power-ups in that game.
Oh, there's actually I'm not joking about this one this time. There was actually a Pioro comment from like a little bit ago, like 20 minutes ago.
Oh,
He
what did he
said,
say?
yeah, he said it will be light on first party stuff, but I expect some surprises.
Uh,
Apparently,
did I just
I
see
knew
it
it.
tomorrow morning then?
well, the thing is though, he seems like he doesn't really know a lot about this direct. Like he never really said so I'm not sure if this is him like he said I'm not sure if he actually knows about like the sources this time because he didn't really give any like specific
Right.
indications this time. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure how accurate that statement is because it seems like he really didn't mention anything. Like I honestly, it seems like he doesn't really know that much about this direct. Like from what he said, he said he's looking
Yeah.
into it and he's like
Here's
it.
the
So
thing.
I'm thinking.
I will say that with the past two Nintendo Directs, they were outstanding, but you gotta also keep in mind a lot of the Directs before were just either mediocre or complete garbage. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I could see it being very light on first party stuff.
Yeah, but it's
The
like
question the question is the third party stuff going to be good?
I don't care about the third party stuff in a Nintendo Direct. Isn't that what a partner showcase is for? But to answer that, if there's something like Pac-Man World 2 repack,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
there was already a lot of summer stuff revealing third-party games like Summer Games Fest, stuff like that. So I feel like I don't know, but at the same time, it's just like
I guess it depends on what the first party reveals are.
there is nothing besides Luigi's Mansion 2 that we know of outside of
Well, except for
Metroid
that
Prime
NES
4.
thing, and also that little NES thing in July.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the NES, or yeah,
Yeah, I
Nintendo
am
World
getting like
Championships NES edition.
I am getting the collector version of that since that looked pretty cool. But it's yeah, I don't know. It's like there has to be like something. Like I'm expecting at least like if anything like I'm expecting like probably three somewhat interesting first party announcements.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking like for the rest of the year like Fire Emblem, Mario Party, and then like something else like maybe there might like I mean I don't know I'm thinking like it seems like a lot of I mean it might be like light on first party on the level of something like one of the other past directs we've had because there have been like some directs where we did get like a decent amount of first party announcements but it was
Right.
just it had a lot of filler actually the September direct was kind of like that it was light on first party announcements but there were still like pretty big heavy hitters.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that's the case because like I don't know. I feel like the only thing that I should be expecting is Mario Party at this point,
I
first party
feel like
wise.
that too. But Pioro hasn't
Yeah.
said anything about it. But another thing is just
Oh,
like,
he did. He did retweet some comments talking about Ace Attorney as well. So that might if there's any Ace Attorney fans out there like me, then
I
that
actually
could be cool.
I bought like the one of the trilogy things, and I still need to play it.
Ooh, oh,
So
they're fantastic. They're fantastic.
now here's the thing.
uh,
I will say Anton said that the worst direct, or weakest, in his words, was September 2019. But other than that, he didn't really mind much of them too much. I mean, yeah, September 2019, all they had was the remake of Xenoblade. But at the same time, there were other games in the pipeline. But in this case, we don't know anything about future games. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like I said, is the only one besides Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, NES Remake, or excuse me, Nintendo World Championships NES Edition, and Metroid Prime
Yeah.
4. Oh, there's Pokemon Legends Zaza.
Pokemon Legends Zaza. Yeah.
I love that we just
We're
call
never
it Pokemon Legends Zaza. We don't even acknowledge
Yeah.
its real name.
I don't even think they're gonna talk about Pokemon.
I
in
don't
this
think
direct.
so
They
either.
I really
they never talk. Well, they do, but like they rarely focus a spotlight on Pokemon games.
You know
in
what's
But you know
funny? There actually is one Nintendo Direct that started off with a DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Can you guess which Direct that was?
a bad one?
the June one last year. No, it was actually the best possible direct. It started off really weak with the DLC, the Pokemon DLC. That was really interesting. It was almost like they kind of like
It's
It-
just
it was
a
like
prank,
they-
bruh.
yeah. It was like this is gonna be a pretty crappy direct, but nope. It was actually the best direct ever.
The best one ever,
You know-
I would say, is still E3 2013, but I will say easily the best in the Switch era, and it comes very close. But in terms of, like, they gotta announce at least, like, 2 or 3 things. I'm hoping that, you know what, I honestly wouldn't mind if we got more remakes. I'm really hoping that if we get a good Mario Party, a remake of F-Zero GX, I'll be happy.
But one thing that I've noticed is that Pyoro kind of purposefully sets our expectations low sometimes. Aside from the
true.
last June direct, but in the September direct, he what he did with F-Zero and Mario versus Donkey Kong. He a lot of us were expecting the way he kind of made us think. We were fully expecting something like another copy paste mini Mario game, and for F-Zero, just F-Zero 99 being just really bare bones and just not interesting at all. But Mario vs. Donkey Kong, the remake, ended up being great. And F-Zero 99 was way better than we expected it to be. And then there was also a lot of things he didn't even mention at all, like Thousand Year Door. Well, he did hint it technically, but he was really vague about it.
I do agree
He hasn't
that...
really hinted at. He hasn't really hinted at anything recently for this
Here's the
direct,
thing,
which is
Yeah.
I know
odd.
that Pioro has like a 100% track record, but should we really just take Pioro as word of gospel? I mean, I kind of understand why, but at the same time,
I mean,
don't
at
know.
this point,
Yeah, it seems like he doesn't really know. I'm not sure. It seems for some reason it seems like he doesn't really know about this direct that much from what we've seen. He's like, I expect this to happen. I think this is gonna. It doesn't really seem like he fully knows about this one. So he
yeah.
doesn't. He doesn't sound like he's 100% sure on this one. He has been like that on a couple other things in the past. But I don't know. Maybe Nintendo restructured the way they kind of handle information before directs happen, so he doesn't know as much about this one.
Could be.
So
I mean,
I don't know.
it is 40 minutes long, too. and
Yet
Dimitri
again,
does
that's
have a
not an
point that-
indicator.
But you do have a point that most of the games that they went over for the rest of the year that are coming to Switch were kind of covered in Summer Game Fest and another stuff.
Yeah.
It could
So-
just be like a retread of stuff like Summer Games Fest, but at the same time,
It
it's just
could,
like
but I don't know. Like, people are there for like some new announcements, you know.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I am a little bit concerned now, and I'm just gonna keep my expectations kind of low. So
You know, the thing is, I feel like my expectations are honestly, I really do not know what to expect from this direct. I'm gonna keep my expectations
I don't
low.
know
I'm not
either.
really,
here's the
really
thing.
the only.
It's been almost a year since we got a Nintendo Direct. Like, it was September the last one, and then we did get that partner showcase, so I can see how expectations are high, but also there is also the elephant in the room with the Switch 2 being...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
about to sneeze.
I mean, bless you.
Excuse me. But anyways, I feel like, with that being said, it's like... It'd be really nice to have some new games for the rest of the year to hold us over that are exciting. Because I do think that this has
Yeah.
been a pretty good year, despite it being a lot of remakes.
Yeah, I think that, like, I feel like one thing that is guaranteed from this direct is at least, like, some kind of holiday title. Like, they have to have at least
Yeah.
something, because they can't rely on... They don't have anything for Pokemon this year, because sometimes Nintendo... You know how Nintendo, like, tends to rely on Pokemon sometimes?
Oh, totally.
Like, during the
Yeah.
holidays? They don't have that this year, since they, like... Zaza is actually taking a bit of time, which I hope will actually help that game, but...
I still don't
I'm
think it's
glad
gonna
that
be good.
Nintendo...
Oh,
I don't
you
really...
know
I don't
what?
have that much faith.
I was gonna ask. We didn't predict any of this yesterday. Switch Online stuff. Do you guys think
Oh,
anything is
yeah.
coming tomorrow?
I don't think we're
I'm
getting a
thinking-
new system.
Not a new system,
I don't think
but like games.
not a new system, but I think we'll get like a new batch of games, like for either Nintendo 64 or Game Boy Advance. I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Do you think we'll get finally maybe Diddy Kong Racing or Donkey Kong 64?
That'd be
I think
really
that's
cool.
possible. Yeah.
That would actually, if they don't announce any big first-party titles and they say Donkey Kong 64 and Diddy Kong Racing are coming to Switch Online, I'd be fine with that.
I wouldn't.
I would. I mean, I don't know. We got Thousand Year Door this year, and
Yeah, I've already
fine.
like the thing. Yeah, the thing is, at this point I don't really like care too much about what they announce. I'm just
Yeah.
pretty satisfied with Thousand Year Door right now. I'm just hoping like at least like
Same
maybe
here.
I'm hoping that they do like at least like Mario Party or something like I guess
Yeah.
it will be a little disappointing if they don't do something on the level of like a new Mario Party, but that's probably the biggest thing that I'm expecting. I'm expecting a lot of remakes. I'm going into this fully expecting like a lot of like remasters, ports, remakes,
Yeah.
and things. So
yeah, me as
um,
well.
I feel like the one more chance could be in September. What is up, Jude? But at the same time, it's just like... I feel like with the Switch 2 being on the horizon, it's very likely going to be a 4K system. Because Nintendo is going to need to have it be more powerful, not
Oh.
just to please developers, but also because they need to sell it and have like a selling point to it, beyond it just being another Switch.
Also, of course I'm gonna mention this, but this actually relates to Paper Mario. But basically, it was data mined in Thousand
Yeah.
Year Door that there's an unused 4K mode. It could actually run in 4K, but that went unused. So I'm
I think it was-
wondering...
It was 4K 60 if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think that was what it was. But I think, like, they're gonna do a thing where they're gonna update some, like, base Switch games on the Switch 2 to run in 4K, and like Thousand Year Door already has that pre-baked into the game. So I'm thinking
Right.
like they're gonna I'm thinking like the next system will have to be 4K if they're doing something like that.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
I
it
feel
definitely
like
is.
what it's going to be is it's going to be just like the Switch, but with better Joy-Cons. It's going to be 4K, and it's going to be more powerful, and it's going to have exclusive games. Now, with that being said, I feel like if they have the ambitious games come to the Switch, like, let's say we get a new 3D Mario or a 3D Donkey Kong, then I feel like it's going to kind of have Luigi's Mansion 3DS syndrome, where they waste resources on something that could have been way better on another system that's more powerful. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do that. They do that sometimes either way, though.
I guess with the
I
Switch,
mean,
jumping to the
there were
Switch too.
games. There were games at the end of the Wii's life that should have been on. Well, I don't know if it should have been on the Wii U, but it should have been on the next console.
What was it?
Uh, there's a
Mario
couple of games
Party
that come
9?
to mind. No, not that one.
What is that game?
Didn't Return to Dreamland come out towards the end of the Wii's lifeline?
2011.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a year before
what's
the Wii
weird,
U came out.
What's weird with that game is that it originally like started from a GameCube game, and then
Yeah.
that had a few years of development on the Wii. That was really interesting.
Why did it take that long? Because, I like Return to Dreamland, but it ended up just being a I don't want to say run-of-the-mill Kirby game, but, it ended up just being like a Kirby game, like, compared to what we
Yeah,
saw with the
I mean-
betas,
I mean, the thing is, like, at the time, it was still kind of like, I would say it would at the time, like, considering the Kirby games that came before it, it was kind of an interesting thing, but I don't know. I think it's because they had like a lot of ideas, but those ideas didn't end up working out. Like they had an idea for like a 3D Kirby game, and then
I
like
saw that. Yeah.
and then like a cell shaded one.
Yeah. The cel-shaded one looked beautiful.
Do you think there's a
hope they
chance
do
we could
that
get
one
Kirby
day.
in the Forgotten Land too?
I
No,
think it's a
not
bit
this
too
year.
early for that. I think they're saving that for the Switch 2.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
I think we're gonna see a Kirby something this year, whether it's a spin-off or a remake.
I actually think we're gonna get. I think they're actually gonna take a short break from Kirby this year. I think Hal is gonna do like, I'm thinking maybe a Box Boy collection. That's my prediction from Hal. I think like since it's been a while since they've done something with that, and they tend like every once in a while Hal tends to do something like a little different. So I'm thinking like either like a Box Boy or part-time UFO or something like that.
That would be neat.
But if they are gonna do Kirby, I have a couple ideas for what they could do with that. I'm thinking like maybe either an Air Ride, like a small sequel to Air Ride, or a remaster of Air Ride. I think is possible with online play, or
A
like
remaster
even.
of Air Ride would be
And
awesome.
I'm thinking
Joshy
another
would love
possibility is like another idea I have is like a Tilt and Tumble sequel, because in Forgotten Land they had the Tilt and Roll sub game, and usually they make like a lot of the time they make like eShop games out of the sub games that are in like the most recent Kirby title. So I'm thinking like what if they do a sequel to like Tilt and Tumble that kind of builds off of like Tilt and Roll.
Ooh, that would be really cool.
It would. Be
I would really
interesting.
love. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like sometimes we get too many Kirby games, but I don't know. It's hard to say. It would be interesting to see the Rainbow Curse being ported to Switch, just because the whole control scheme would have to change dramatically, and I don't know if that would work.
Yeah,
The
I don't even
gyro
know how they can
controls.
do that.
Yeah, unless it's like motion control based with like I don't even know if that'll
It
work.
just seems weird. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's like it's unfortunate because that game is pretty fun, but it's
Yeah.
stuck on like a system where it has to have that like control scheme and everything.
Do you feel like a
Um,
lot of games on the DS and 3DS are like that, and Wii U, where they take advantage of something like dual screens or the touch screen, which just doesn't make them ideal to play on other systems? Because I feel like a lot of games
Yeah.
on those systems, it's like, you can't really play them on anything else. Some games like Nintendo Land and Game & Wario just wouldn't work on the Switch.
I would love a Yoshi's Woolly World remaster with the Poochie content from the 3DS version.
It is so weird that they haven't done that, or they haven't done Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah, that's
I do-
another one.
I do think we're going to see the return of Pushmo.
Yeah, that's another.
However,
Yeah.
that because Intelligent Systems did update, according to Jude Kerman, they marked a new Pushmo trademark. They filed one, and Intelligent Systems added a Pushmo section on their website.
Oh,
I don't
that's
think
the
that's
case.
for nothing.
The trademark thing could be one thing, but if they're literally doing an update on the website, that's a shoo-in. It's like,
Yeah, it's definitely coming back. Whatever, if it's a collection or if it's a new game, Pushmo's coming back. That kind of gives more credence to that Rainbow Curse leak, no? Or trademark.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if it's like some kind of Rainbow Curse thing. What if it's like a spiritual successor to Rainbow Curse and Canvas Curse that uses like a different control scheme, but like one that works better with the Switch?
How would it work though? Because what happened?
that would be the ideal thing to do if they could find a workaround. DL or Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, calling the title right now. I just hope that
Yeah.
there's more to it and it's actually remade.
If they could just make this is a pie in the sky idea, but if they can make like a side mode with the Kremlings and K. Rool coming back, I would be a very happy fan. But I know that's not going to happen.
Nintendo just doesn't seem to like them.
I don't think I think it's just Tanabe that doesn't like them.
Very stubborn developer.
Yeah.
Very stubborn man.
Can you just keep him away from everything from now on, Nintendo-wise?
Yeah.
Actually, you know
I hope
what? Have him
I hope
develop
he's done with
Pokemon
Paper
games.
Mario.
Have him develop
I
Pokemon
kinda-
games.
I kind
That'd
of
be
hope
great.
he's done with most Nintendo stuff because anything he touches, just not that it's bad, but he takes away a lot of the charm of like well-established franchises.
Except for like, there's a couple exceptions like WarioWare and Metroid. I would say like he doesn't really do that much with. But
Apparently he's notoriously difficult to work with.
I
according
wouldn't.
to
I
Retro
wouldn't be
Studios.
surprised, but for some reason, you don't hear much about the behind the scenes of Japanese game development.
No, you don't. But that's why I'm saying like there were former Retro employees complaining about Tanabe. Not directly, but they kind of alluded that it was most definitely him.
Do you think Retro Studios has been working on anything else besides Metroid Prime 4?
No, I don't think so. I think that's why we haven't seen Donkey Kong in so long. I think they've been trying to find a new developer for DK.
They haven't
Remember
really done
that-
anything in 10 years other than Metroid Prime Remastered, have they?
Remember
They
that one
haven't.
rumor? Remember that one rumor from a few years ago that like Nintendo EAD was working on a new Donkey Kong game?
Yeah, I wonder what came of that because that was a while ago, and I don't know.
You know, I don't know.
Oh, go ahead.
I was saying I don't know how like I'm not sure if I entirely trust Nintendo. I mean I'm sure it would be an excellent game, but like I'm thinking like just the whole I feel like I don't know what it is, but I feel like certain developers handle Donkey Kong like a little better, I
Differently.
would say. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know, like it just I kind of prefer Donkey Kong to be handled by like a Western developer. Like
you know, Platonic is right there.
Yeah, but they're currently
Yeah,
working
it-
on Ukulele, or it's what is it called?
Well,
Relele?
That's not. You know, that's not the only project they're working on apparently. So, I mean, they could work on a new 2D Donkey Kong game. Like, it would basically be original Rare coming back to Donkey Kong. That would be amazing.
honestly, I feel like another studio that would work really well with Donkey Kong is Next Level
Ubisoft?
Games.
Really? Huh.
Yeah,
didn't
I
think of
feel like
Next Level.
well, since Next Level, I feel like they could do like a lot of the games that they've done, like Luigi's Mansion 3 and things, are just really expressive. And I feel like it would work really well with Donkey Kong, honestly.
Yeah, but the thing is, Metroid Prime 4, it was explicitly announced to be a Switch game, so it'd have to be cross-gen if they actually do release it, or they might as well provide an update. And I feel like since the era is coming to an end, well, they gotta say something. But yeah, I have heard of Donkey Kong Freedom, but if Feel Good isn't busy, maybe a new Wario Land game, or actually a remake of Shake It, they could do that. That'd be cool.
I'm personally hoping for a remake of Virtual Boy Wario Land, since that's the only one that they really can't put on NSO, because I'm not sure if Nintendo would even bother doing Virtual Boy and NSO, but, like, I think that makes a lot of sense to do Virtual Boy Wario Land. Like, it would be a cool, like, gimmick for Nintendo to advertise, like, oh, look, we're remaking a Virtual Boy game! And it would also be kind of, like, bringing back, Wario Land as well. I just think, like, Virtual Boy Wario Land, it just makes a lot of sense for, like, if any Wario Land game was to be remade, it would be that one, just, like, as, like, some kind of, it just, like, even though it's unlikely, it just seems like, for some reason, it kind of makes sense to me.
I will say this, the perfect opportunity for that game has kind of passed, but I'd still be down for it.
Yeah.
I think that should have been a 3DS game.
I'm a little concerned that the theme park for Donkey Kong Country is heavily based on returns, just because, you know, you would think that they'd be working on something new by now, kind of defining what the future of Donkey Kong looks like. And the fact that what people are going to be seeing in this theme park is of a game that came out almost a decade ago, almost 2 decades ago.
Well,
I don't know, like, I'm saying, like, the Tiki Tak tribe. Specifically.
Yeah. The thing is with that, this theme park was, like, designed, like, almost a decade ago, I believe. I think that's why it's doing that. Like, the Mario section of it is very 3D World-esque. It's like...
That's true.
I feel like they were designing them around the games that kind of released in the early 2010s. So I don't really think it's really, like...
Is there any way to, like, change it in the future? Like, does that happen in theme parks?
They occasionally update stuff, but if it's, like, baked into the core, I don't know if they can.
That kind of sucks, because then people are going to be like, oh, Donkey Kong's main villain is the Tiki Tak tribe, and it's just like, no, they're not. It would be cool if they expanded Donkey Kong Country with, like, you know, a pirate section with K. Rool and the Kremlings.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird. Like, I think it's just, like, the timing is what kind of,
It's like, I think Smash Bros. Is what really brought K. Rool back into the limelight, which was, what, 2018? So... yeah, the theme park was already kind of underway by that time. So that makes sense. But Nintendo has to be blind. Like, the thing with Nintendo in this era is that they actually seem like they're listening. They would have to be stupid if they didn't see how many people wanted K. Rool back.
Yeah, I don't really... I think the game, like, the next Donkey Kong game is gonna be much different, like, style-wise, from Returns and Tropical Freeze, I think. I think
it should be.
And I have a feeling, just due to Nintendo's, like, pattern of, like, doing things, I feel like it would make the most sense to bring back, K. Rool. Like, I don't really think...
It makes so much sense, and, like... I don't know, it makes sense to reintroduce him as the main... like, antagonist in the series again.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's Do you think there is a chance that the new Donkey Kong is for the Switch?
I was thinking about that. There's a possibility, but it's also like...
I think it's probably going to be like...
I just feel like, wouldn't you want that on Switch too, so that you could capitalize off of the success of your new console?
Yet again, the Switch has a huge install base and never did get an original Donkey Kong game. So, and maybe it's been in
I
development for a
just
long
don't.
time. It could go either way.
I mean, remember when Tanabe said that he would hope one day that Donkey Kong could do with what Mario does and have a 2D game release and a 3D game release?
I don't
I mean,
remember that.
he said it in an interview for Tropical Freeze all the way back in the day with the in an Iwata Asks interview. But basically, my idea is that, you know, this is just a theory. Maybe
game
Nintendo
theory.
EPD, maybe Nintendo EPD are making the 3D Donkey Kong game, and maybe more of like a Western developer is making a 2D Donkey Kong game. Like, I don't know. Let's just say Playtonic, for example, and maybe that comes out this year. But then 3D Donkey Kong comes out for Switch too. I don't know.
That's a possibility, because I mean, like, it would make a lot of sense to have, like, multiple Donkey Kong things if they're doing, like, a big blowout of Donkey Kong stuff. So,
Yeah.
like, it's just so weird. Like, over the past few years, it seems like Nintendo might be hyping up something for Donkey Kong, but then we just keep waiting and waiting. It's just so weird.
It is weird, and it's like, okay, like it can't just be Mario versus Donkey Kong. That's the only new Donkey Kong thing on the Switch, right? You know, like, I don't know. It's maybe it's a remake of the original Donkey Kong Country, but I don't see that happening either. Like, I don't know anymore.
I would say what would make the most sense to do is remake Donkey Kong 64 and then have a new game on the Switch too. But
I don't see them doing that. That game has way too many issues for them to address in a remake. It'd be cool though.
Also, yeah, we're playing on the Animal Crossing,
I'll be right
one
back,
here.
guys.
So I wanted to talk about how like the Animal Crossing aquarium experience that I went to.
yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, so it was pretty interesting. Like, it wasn't like too heavy on like different things, but it was like a little event, but it was still pretty fun. Like, for each of like the fish and different sea creatures, they had like descriptions from Blathers, and it was actually the exact descriptions that he gives in game. So I thought that was pretty cool that they did that.
Was it like
And they,
just billboards, or was it actually like a thing where it was interactive?
it well, basically, it was like they had it like next to each of the sea creatures there. It like popped up on there on the screen. It kind of showed the like it was like a little like thing. It was like a little info thing that popped up that showed like the information on there, which I thought was pretty cool. And it was like throughout the whole aquarium as well. And then they also had like different like character stands as well. And like a big banner for Animal Crossing. And I also noticed like there was like a couple little like Easter eggs that were kind of like hidden in the aquarium as well. Like Gulliver was on the side of like one of the tanks. So I thought that was cute.
Now
And
the aquarium
they
you
also
went to, which one was it? I remember it was Ripley's.
in Myrtle Beach.
Now is it the same Ripley's that has Ripley's Believe It or Not?
It's connected to it, and there is a Ripley's Believe It or Not in Myrtle, like location in Myrtle Beach, but they're not like in the same location. They're kind of like a mile apart. Like one is in like downtown Myrtle Beach, and then one is like in another part of Myrtle Beach.
That's interesting. Now here's the thing. The experience there seems really cool, and considering Nintendo would go to all that effort, do you think it's just like a fun little promotion, or do you think that it could lead to something more Animal Crossing related?
I'm not sure. Like, I feel like the next Animal Crossing thing is a couple years away, I would say, because due to the success of New Horizons, it seemed like they would put a lot of effort into the next game, and that would probably be on the Switch too. But I don't know. Maybe I feel like they might be keeping up like the hype for Animal Crossing, trying to keep the interest going. So by doing like these events and things, so when the next game comes out, it will be like still really popular.
They definitely got to do a new Animal Crossing. But either way, let's see. What time is it now? It's almost 12 o'clock. What time are you thinking of going to sleep? Because there are a lot of people still in the stream, so we could keep this up for, I would say, like a good few more rounds.
Yeah, I'm maybe like a couple more rounds. Oh, Riders DX is in the chat.
Oh, Riders DX, no! I do not want that. Good to see you though, Riders DX. Did you want to join our predictions, or were you just down to chat? Because you're more than welcome to join.
Also, I'm glad we got to go on Big Blue here. Like, for good luck for F-Zero. Honestly, I would love a remaster of GX. I think that would be really cool. I've played it a couple times and it was really fun. But
Now here's the problem. The division of Sega that developed it, Sega Amusements, they're no longer a developer. They ceased operations. So who would develop it, and would it retain like this? Well, I trust Nintendo with remakes and such, but if you look at the remakes that they've been doing, I guess the reason why they're so good is because they use the original developers, like Nintendo Software Technology for Mario vs. Donkey Kong. So if the developer isn't there anymore, what are they gonna do?
I don't know. Like, I feel like that... Because I feel like for some things, I don't know, I just feel like whatever it is, like, if it's GX, and is kind of based on the original game, it might be something where it's like, kind of like Pikmin 1+2, where it's not changed that much, and they at least add something like maybe online support.
I feel like
know.
with Pikmin
Like,
1 and 2 they could get away with it because it was a double pack, but at the same time, I feel like, yeah, if they were to do F-Zero GX, they might as well remake it. There's been rumors about it, but I don't know how valid they are.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Alright, let's see. The
Also,
code is in the description.
Also, I was thinking, like, if they're gonna do, like, some third-party games, I'm hoping either for, Pac-Man World Repack, or Pac-Man World 2 Repack, or a new Klonoa game. I think either of those would be pretty interesting.
Riders DX, should we have you join the call? Or you're just down for the chat? Because it seems you are unhinged. I do know that you actually have a full-time job, and you gotta get up in the morning. But hey, I gotta get up too for the Nintendo Direct. I won't get up.
Oh, woe is you. You have to get up for a Nintendo Direct. Boo-hoo.
Hey, maybe if you were sleeping next to me, I could get up earlier.
What?
I said that to throw you off. And it worked.
Okay.
Oh, you're just taking a moment to clown. Tomorrow is going to be quite the editing day, because with Nintendo Directs, I always make videos, like, immediately after. So, Reese, I was going to say, I'm not sure if I will be able to join your live reaction, and to be honest with you, my live reactions aren't that interesting. Watch this be the Direct.
Yeah, this is just his reactions. Oh ho ho ho! Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
No, the reactions, it's just like, it's hard for me to react because I'm just like in the moment. Though there is one Direct I wish I reacted to.
The just September one? Because of Thousand Year Door?
No. It announced quite a bit of things that were pretty relevant to the channel.
2017.
No, February 2022.
Farm.
Yeah, that would have been perfect. But I was saying, like, it would have been funny to see you react to me react the 1,000 Year Door.
I was just
like,
I don't think you were able to record your reaction, were you, or did you?
Oh, I did a stream.
Oh, you did? Because I remember texting you immediately afterwards, asking if you had a heart attack, or are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, a lot of people were asking me that, which was pretty funny. Even a lot of my even a lot of my IRL friends were saying, "Dude, are you okay?" Like after they didn't even see my reaction, they're just like they saw Paper Mario and knew I would like just absolutely go insane over that announcement.
Yeah, knowing you, it's kind of like people would just expect a video from me if they announced a new Mario Baseball or Mario Kart 9.
Yeah.
Mario Baseball only has 2 tracks, and we gotta talk about it.
Honestly, I think like even though I don't really want this to happen, but it would still be funny if they announced something like just really like egregiously controversial, like Switch Sports 2 or like a weird Mario sports game, or even they somehow show Pokemon Legends Zaza there and it looks horrible. I think it would at least be funny.
I will
Mario
say,
Pinball Land 2.
what was that? Mario Pinball? I'd be down for that.
You would be down for that.
I'm laughing at the comments about Jardians. Mario Kart 8 Jardians Edition. Race and karts while lowering your A1C. I would love to play that, but also Jardians X Shanna Yuri. Oh, that's horrible.
Anything else? Anything from Pioro, Reese?
A Demetre
Let
Farmer
me
art.
check.
I'm actually thinking of making some Korean ramen after this stream. Would you guys watch Demetre's mukbangs?
Yeah, the Pioro thing. What he said was very vague. It was like it doesn't really seem like he knows that much about this direct. He said I expect. So he said it will be light on first party stuff, but I expect some surprises. It almost seems like he doesn't really know about this direct, honestly.
Maybe they just locked things down. And
yeah,
like you guys were saying before, they caught on to how he was getting information.
Yeah.
Could be. Or he's
like,
he's just being very careful.
That's true too, because I feel like it might also be a case of him purposefully lowering expectations. Because I think like a lot of people's expectations. I feel like the reason why. Oh, I was gonna say real quick about the September Direct. I feel like a lot of people's expectations were pretty low for that one, and were pleasantly surprised by it because of what Pioro said. So I feel like this might be another case of that.
I feel like you are being a little too optimistic when it just comes to what Pioro is doing, like lowering expectations. It could be bad. It could be. I see where you're coming from, but
you tend to be more cynical, anyways.
I mean, that is a good point. That's why we need T&D to counterbalance. So, the thing is, going back to what you were saying about if they announce like a bad game just to be funny, as long as it's something not too bad and kind of can be funny in its own right, like everybody 1-2 switch, something that's probably going to be bad but not offensive, like, oh, I don't know, Tomodachi. Could you imagine if there was Tomodachi Life 2 but it had the Sportsmates and it released on
Oh my god.
That'd be terrible.
I would say that that's probably the worst game Nintendo could ever come up with.
I feel like the worst thing for me, if they were going to announce something like along the lines of something that I like the Mario RPGs, but were mess it up in some way. Like, I mentioned this before as a joke, but like a remake of Paper Jam.
Well, to be fair, there is something they can do to salvage that by adding... you'd have to pretty much turn it into a new game. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that Larry Koopa was the first character I ever played as in Mario Kart?
Lame.
T&D, we actually talked after I played Mario Kart at GameStop 2 weeks before it released. Oh my gosh.
I do remember that. Wow. I can't believe we're playing the same goddamn game 10 years later.
Yeah.
I remember that with Mario Kart 8, no, when that released, you actually got it a day later, and you were so bummed out.
I was bummed out that I had to get it a day later.
Ah, I miss those days.
Yeah.
I guess there's not much to miss because lo and behold, we're still playing the same Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so happy once they reveal the new Mario Kart game. Because I could finally put Mario Kart 8 to rest.
Replace Waluigi with Francis and I'll take 20. I'll take 20.
It's kind of funny, like, we're in our 20s now, but we're playing the same Mario Kart game that we technically played when we were kids or teens.
Yeah.
It's nuts, yeah.
Imagine if we were in our 30s, though.
I mean, it worked. I kind of expect them to do... I know Demeech hates when I bring this up, but I expect them to do the same thing they did with Mario Kart with Smash Bros. I fully expect a deluxe version of Ultimate.
I'm kind of over Smash.
Yeah, I need like a few years before the next one. Like,
can I
I'd
just
say
say
2026 is when we get the next one.
Can a fan base, or let me ask you guys, can a fan base and community taint your perception of a game? Because I just feel like actually, it's not just that. I just find Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to be really damn overrated. But the community, you remember when they revealed Byleth, and then they're all like, "You should be grateful."
I try not to get involved with internet discourse anymore with when it comes to things that I like. I try to digest it for myself and see if I like it. And I've learned that because I'm a Sonic fan, and Sonic fans don't know what they want.
Sonic just seems like a insane community to be a part of. But I will say this.
That's why I ignore it most of the time.
Well, if you ignore the fan base, then it's amazing. But I just don't love Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yeah, it's a great game, but it just strips so many of the things I love from Smash Bros. Newcomers just felt... I always say this, but newcomers just felt like whichever company bids the highest, that's what character gets in. With some exceptions, like Minecraft Steve being cool and Banjo-Kazooie.
Minecraft Steve, yeah.
And
Minecraft Steve is actually was my most wanted, so I'm glad to see him in there. But also Banjo-Kazooie, of course.
I still want Crash Bandicoot.
The lack of trophies, the lame newcomers, and just like how overhyped it was, it just made me annoyed with the game more than anything. It's just like when the DLC wrapped up, with the DLC for Mario Kart wrapping up, I mean, yeah, I've been ready for Mario Kart 8 to retire for years, but at the same time, it was kind of or fitting end, and also like, you know, maybe I wouldn't be opposed to seeing a few more tracks and characters, but with Smash, I'm like, yep, I'm done with this.
You know, the thing is, for me,
I think for Smash also, like, it went on for way too long too. I feel like, if that makes sense. At least with like the booster course pass, it was relatively quick.
Like 2 years.
And also, what's it called? Yeah, it's. I can't say that I was disappointed with some of the reveal fighters in the booster, not the booster course pass, the Smash Bros. Fighter Pass. I liked way more than I thought I would, but yeah, like there were some obvious picks in there that I would have gone with instead of who they went with, but I don't hate Ultimate as much as you do, but I'm gonna be honest, I haven't touched Smash Ultimate in a couple of years now.
I play it just for like multiplayer, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah.
The thing is for me,
choice.
The thing is for me, I really like Smash Ultimate, but I just got really burned out from it. Like after like when it started dragging on there with like the second, like after Steve got announced, like I was like, oh yeah, that was my most wanted. So I was glad that he was there, but then kind of after that, I kind of slowly drifted off from it. I was like, Steve was really like the last time I was like fully kind of like invested in Smash, but then I was like, I got my most wanted character. I don't really care that much anymore.
Smash has also kind of gotten stale in the sense that it's like, yeah, it's the same mechanics, but we're adding new characters and blah 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 blah. You know, like I think Smash Brothers needs a new innovation,
Adding
and whether that
fourth
means a
party
reboot.
characters.
Oh god, no.
Shrek,
But
SpongeBob, Goku, go
I
wild.
think they need to like reinvent the gameplay a little bit, and if that means cutting down the roster significantly, that would suck. It's so hard though, because part of the appeal of Smash to a lot of people are the characters that are in there. So whoever's making
Also-
it, whether it's Sakurai or whoever, they got an uphill battle.
Also, I was thinking after the stream, is it all right? Like I wanted to show the beach. I wanted to show you one of the episodes from season 1 of Smiling Friends, since I have my DVD with me.
I think that after this stream, I'm gonna have something to eat and then try to get some sleep, but how long's the episode? Like 15 minutes?
It's
They're
10
actually
minutes.
they're 10 minutes.
You know what? Yeah, we can watch it.
Well, I'm actually going to head out, guys, because I am getting sleepy, and I have work tomorrow.
Here,
But
this'll wake you up, TND. Meatball! You look like a
no,
meatball.
that didn't wake me up. But Reese, Demeech, I will be talking to you guys tomorrow after the direct has happened. I'm sure we'll be doing some sort of discussion tomorrow or live stream or something talking about what was revealed. And yeah, happy Nintendo Direct Day, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Peace
Bye.
out.
Peace
Thank
out,
you for
guys.
joining us
Stay
always.
perky.
Stay
Thanks,
Perkins!
thanks for having me.
Stay perky. I wanted to mention something.
Your uncle's a
quick.
meatball!
You son of a
Um,
bitch! Oh, excuse me.
but,
You don't call my uncle a meatball. You understand?
Yeah, but remember earlier? There's that one restaurant that I showed you that's near the convention center. It's called The Perky. We need to go there.
We do need to go there. I thought you were a vegetarian, though.
No, are you joking, or
Yeah,
did
I'm
you
just
think
messing
that?
with you.
Well, I actually do have a fun fact. I actually did go. I actually went vegan for Lent a few years ago. Like, it had to be like 2018 or 2019.
I do that too.
That was only 1 year, but but it was pretty interesting.
You definitely tend to appreciate food more, but Riders DX said,
Yeah.
is that me, Scott the Waz? And I'm sure it's referring to your me. Do you look like Scott the Waz? Not really.
I would say I look a little more like Nathaniel Bandy, I would say.
Now, when I meet you, are you going to be as much of a diva? Which episode of Smiling Friends is it?
Oh, wait, which one? The one that I'm gonna show you, I actually haven't decided which one I want to show you yet, because I'm just gonna get my, Season 1 DVD here. Didn't you say you watched a couple episodes in Season 1? Because I think you told me about the Brazil
did.
one. Yeah. Have you, is there a few episodes in Season 1 that you haven't seen yet?
The only ones I saw were the first episode, the one where it's like the medieval times thing, where it's like the castle quest, and the Brazil one.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of them. But I need to show you the Frowning Friends one. That one is really funny. I'll have to show you some more of them when we at Too Many Games as well.
We're gonna party till we're purple. I don't think you got that reference.
No, I love being purple!
We should make our own restaurant and call it Perky Palace. It already exists.
Yeah.
Alright, so I feel like... Oh, damn, the stream's been going on for almost 2 hours, so we're probably gonna do 4 more rounds, and then from there, we're gonna wrap things up. So if you guys have any last-minute predictions, or, you know, I feel like a really fun way to end this is not what we want to see or predict, but what we don't want to see in the Direct.
Yeah.
But there is a rule. It can't be the obvious picks on either of our ends, being Nintendo Switch Sports 2 or Paper Mario Sticker Star or anything like that. But it can slightly be related. But as for everyone in the chat, you can say whatever you want.
I have to think about this one a little bit. Also, another obvious one is like Mario Party Supercars, the one that I kept joking about, but yeah, I just have to...
I'm trying to think on my end. I meant Wumbo. Super Mario Sunshine! Oh, Riders DX is getting feisty with the chat today. I would love seeing a remake of Super Mario Sunshine, but I think it's highly unlikely.
There's some things like that I'm thinking that I might not like, that I might end up liking if like certain games, if they remastered. Like, I'm thinking like a lot of people were saying like Super Mario 3D Land. I'm thinking like, maybe that won't work as a remaster. But then I'm thinking about it. Maybe if it's like a little thing, then 3D World or 3D Land. 3D Land would be kind of fun actually. If it was like a little thing. So that's actually something that I might like. Kind of thinking about it a little more.
You know, one thing that'd be really cool to see, it'd be a smaller game, but I feel like it'd be really cool to see it because unfortunately the game doesn't exist anymore. But if they bring it to the Switch, it could be preserved, and that is Dr. Mario World.
Yeah.
Sonic Heroes. Oh, I see Jude Kerr doesn't like it.
I thought of something funny. A Sonic, like, that wouldn't necessarily be that good, I would say, but a port of Sonic Lost World.
That'd be interesting. How about this? Instead of a new Donkey Kong, it's Donkey Konga 2, but it doesn't have the bongos, and you have to rely on the spotty motion controls of using the Joy-Cons like a drum. I would not want something like that.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna, I left the match so I can start setting up my DVD here with Smiling Friends.
How's this being played?
So I'm gonna share my screen while I play the DVD on, like, VLC.
Oh, nice! Sonic Lost World is just a Mario game. That's what I heard. It's like Galaxy, but nowhere near as good.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it's like kind of like trying to copy it. So it's like not necessarily like the best way of kind of going about it.
I will say with Mario Party, in terms of what's the best one to play, probably now Superstars. You can't go wrong with any of the GameCube games, but they're expensive. As for the best one to play now, definitely Superstars. You know, I will admit this. I'm not the biggest Mario Party guy. I love Mario Kart. I love pretty much most of the Mario spin-offs. RPGs, of course the mainline games, you name it. But I never really resonated with Mario Party that much. How do you feel?
I'm actually, like, kind of the opposite, because I actually really like Mario Party. Well, not the weird car formula. I kind of really dislike the car formula, but, The classic Hudson Soft style Mario Party games, like what with kind of what returned with Superstars is I really enjoy that. Because like the fact that they have online with that now, and then I could just actually join on with like friends and everything. I think it's really fun. Like for the first 2 years of college, like I played that. I played Mario Party quite a lot with friends. Like I had my GameCube, like set up with Mario Party 6 and 7. I played that quite a lot. And then even Mario Party 2 and 3, I played sometimes too. So, I actually really like Mario Party.
I like Mario Party too. It's just the thing is, it's that kind of game you always want to play with the most amount of people. Like with 2 players, it's not as fun. It definitely gets more fun with 3 or 4. I guess with online it makes it a lot better now, but yeah, at the same time, I don't know. And also when I got into Mario Party DS was the last Hudson game. And that's when they were doing all this stuff like Mario Party 9 and 10, and Island Tour, and Star Rush, and Mario Party the Top 100, and then Super Mario Party. Yay! The bit block's here! Whoa, Joshy, what are you doing here? That is... I'm about to lose this race, but it is worth it. It is worth it. Joshy, how the hell are you? Good to see you here. You guys,
yeah, it's pretty cool to see you here.
The BitBlock is my favorite YouTuber, and just seeing him here. Oh wow, just had a fanboy moment there. Alright, how are you not a moderator? I'm pretty sure JT Shine was, but Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon canceled on Switch. Josh, what do you think is worse? The fact that it's Dark Moon getting remade, or remastered, or the fact that it is releasing in the summer? I remember I played Super Mario Sunshine last fall, and yeah, I learned my lesson there. Yeah, Joshy, the big
I mean, at least we got Thousand Year Door, so
all the above. You know, I was kind of expecting with your reaction to the Direct last year. I don't usually watch Direct reactions, but I always watch yours. And the reason because of it is because you always are the most blunt, and often it's hilarious. Like, with the Switch Sports reveal, I still remember that vividly. Especially when they revealed that it would release unfinished, but I don't think you were as angry when it came to Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. But also,
I was thinking,
remakes of Luigi's
I was
Mansion.
thinking, are you gonna, Demetri, are you gonna post that Super Paper Mario video at some point that we're both
definitely.
in? Like,
see, the problem is I think I have ADHD, but Super Paper Mario is a little hard to get back into, but now's the time to do it, so I'm aiming to do it this summer, and that's a game you could do at any time. But yeah, you guys want to stay tuned for that.
yeah.
I got a question for Joshy. Which is worse? Super Paper Mario or Luigi's Mansion 2? If you're ever down to stream, Joshy, let me know. Would love to have you on.
Yeah, I'm setting up the Luigi's Mansion 2.
I'm a little bit surprised. I thought that, yeah, the reason why I'm surprised is because with Super Paper Mario, it's a successor to Thousand Year Door, and I don't know, which one do you actually like more? Because I know that both Luigi's Mansion and Thousand Year Door are some of your favorite games of all time. It will be interesting to see how Luigi's Mansion 2 HD performs, because I feel like Nintendo hasn't marketed it, and also, it's really weird that it's releasing during the summer. You know, that alone makes me a little worried that we might not have much in terms of first-party games this year.
Yeah, I just think it's, like, really bizarre how they're releasing that and everything. And it's weird, like, compared to a lot of the other, like, remakes and remasters that they're handling. It's just, like, this seems, like, really out of place for some reason, like, with how they're doing this and everything.
Yeah, and the fact that it looks nowhere near as good as Luigi's Mansion 3 is really weird. Yeah, some things are just inherently 3DS related, like the more polygonal art style. But at the same time, it's like if your whole hook is it being HD, you can make it look similar to Luigi's Mansion 3. You need the better lighting, you need the more detailed models, that kind of stuff. But Super Paper Mario is just a spin-off that I can ignore. Luigi's Mansion 2 killed me inside. What was your reaction was when it was revealed in 2011? I'd love to know. Because back then, I know there was a lot of demand for a sequel, but I know you feel like Luigi's Mansion should have been a one-off thing.
And with Super Paper Mario, I think like that's an interesting thing to bring up, like with kind of like how it was kind of like more of like a spin-off thing for Paper Mario, because that was it was originally supposed to release on the GameCube, so I don't think it was really Nintendo's intention going forward to keep Paper Mario like that, because Sticker Star was originally supposed to look like more like Thousand Year Door and everything. So I feel like that was kind of like they really intended to go back to like the original style after Super Paper Mario. So
yeah, it definitely does seem like that. But yeah, we know how Sticker Star turned out. But Joshy, what are your predictions for tomorrow? Because when I started this stream, I saw the notification for your predictions, but I'd love to know some of them now. So let's see, I'm gonna play as PD Piranha. If Riders DX is still here, this is for you. He's a Super Mario Sunshine stan, just doesn't want to admit it. How can you hate Super Mario Sunshine is beyond me.
yeah, you should stream it soon, because I mean it's the perfect time to do it.
I actually have the Super Mario Sunshine shirt.
You need to bring it to Too Many Games.
I got 2 shirts. It's like I know my wardrobe. I'm gonna wear the Let's Get Hammered Paper Mario shirt. And
Yeah, well we need the match with that one. That would be
twins.
amazing.
I would love Pikmin 4 DLC as well. Be it multiplayer
Oh yeah,
or
that's
more to the
one
main
of my
campaign.
hopes.
How would you feel if they brought back Bingo Battle? Because I do enjoy Dandori battles, but I feel like Bingo Battle, having that in addition, would be really cool. Bingo Battle,
Yeah,
I think,
I
was a better mode.
That would make I think that would make sense to kind of bring it over. I think there's a lot of potential for that in Pikmin 4. So maybe I'm really hoping they do like some kind of like big blowout DLC thing, because like Nintendo seems to care about Pikmin now. So I'm hoping that they do like something interesting with it, like kind of as like a something that they've been working on like since Pikmin 4 has released and everything. So
Here's the thing, though.
let this be.
It doesn't seem like Nintendo does much with DLC for single-player games anymore. We used to get a lot of that during the Wii U era, but not so much anymore. Occasionally we do get it for things like Xenoblade, but we didn't get it for Mario Odyssey. I don't know if we're gonna get it for Wonder, but yeah. I'm hoping for it. I would love that.
Yeah, I think Wonder and Pikmin 4, I feel like they're definitely still possible. Like, to get DLC and everything. I'm just not sure. Like, I'm just hoping at least one of them gets DLC.
I feel like DLC would be a good way to hold us over for the Switch too, without using resources for Switch games. I mean, yeah. Using the resources for Switch 2 instead of Switch.
Yeah. And I'm surprised they're well, I mean, aside from Splatoon 3, I'm surprised they haven't been doing it, like, more lately. It would make a lot of sense to do it with, like, some, single-player games as well. Also, I was thinking, like, imagine if they actually update more games that have, like, proper online modes, kind of like how they did with Super Mario Party. Like, I was thinking,
really
like, imagine...
weird.
Like, I was thinking, imagine if they added, like, an online mode to Pikmin 4, like, for Dandori battles.
I feel like Super Mario Party was like a weird thing where I guess they developed the infrastructure for the online and then just ported it over from what is going to be Superstars. Well, thank you for liking Mario Kart Origins. I gotta say, that's one of my favorite series that I've done on the channel.
Yeah,
We're going to New York. Da 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 da. Let's see. What character should I play as? I think we're gonna do 4 more. 4 more rounds, and then it is going to be sleepy time, hopefully. But knowing me, I'm probably just gonna be up.
one episode of Smiling Friends.
1 episode of Smiling Friends, and I'm gonna make myself some dinner. But after that, I'm gonna try to sleep. But knowing me, I don't know how to sleep. It's random, but I want a new wave race. Well, the thing is, considering that Nintendo is willing to bring back series that were dormant before, they very well could do that, and I don't think it's too far-fetched.
Yeah.
Is that a reference to Smiling Friends? Oh, it depends. I love Pikmin 2. Dude, you get Pikmin 1 and 2 for the Switch. I like how in Smiling Friends they always interrupt each other.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'm glad I got like a physical version of it since I really like that show, and I feel like I think it's good that they're producing like physical media for like newer things like that.
Well, physical
So-
media is important, but Josh, you watch Smiling Friends? I'm a little surprised. But yet again, everybody's been enjoying it. Ew, ew, ew!
Yeah. Yeah. It's like when I was binging season 1 before season 2 released, because the Gwimbly episode was actually the first one that I saw due to how popular it was. Because I remember the initial wave of like Smiling Friends popularity in 2022, and I was like, I need to watch this show at some point. And then like season 2 was announced, and then the Gwimbly stuff dropped, and I was like, I need to start watching this because this looks like something that I'll probably like. And I kind of got hooked. I've been through season 1, and then I've been keeping up with season 2. It's really funny.
Why? Oh, let's see. Riders DX says, "Why is everyone so big in this town?" Well, Riders DX, it's because Toad is hung like a horse. Oh, you mean the model size? Well, the reason they do that is so when the camera pans out, it creates the illusion. It's like camera tricks and stuff. But Joshy, that is cool. I like Smiling Friends too. Let's see. Riverside Park is one of my favorite tracks. It might be... Oh, I just realized I was playing as Soshi.
Also, I just noticed something related to like the Switch UI and everything, but they actually updated the Nintendo Switch app. They like redesigned it slightly.
Oh, interesting. The phone app or the one for Switch Online?
The one on the Switch, like the Switch Online thing in the home menu.
Oh.
It's interesting. I think they made it slightly faster. Remember when it like lagged a little bit before? I noticed like less lag when I like logged into it on there.
Demeech, can't wait until you eventually review Bowser's Challenge Ride at Nintendo World for Mario Kart Origins. I'd be down for it. It has to be the one in Orlando, though. So, Joshy, when you go to
Yeah.
Super Nintendo World in Orlando, we should do a collab review for that. We should go to Super Nintendo World.
Yeah.
in
Honestly,
Orlando.
I'm planning on going to it too next year. So I think it would be fun to meet up there.
It would be. How close? I'm only 2 hours away. I'm actually pretty close to the theme parks in like the grand scheme of things. The one that's closer to me is Busch Gardens. I don't know if you've been there, but it's a really cool theme park that's a zoo theme park hybrid. But in terms of Universal, it's like 2 hours on average. But yeah, sometimes an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. I like Orlando, though. Orlando.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that because like it seems like it's gonna be like isn't it gonna isn't when it opens isn't it gonna have both the Mario and Donkey Kong sections there?
I think it is. It's going to be the biggest and best version of Super Nintendo World in the
Yeah,
world.
and I'm glad that it's gonna be the one that's closer to me.
Yeah, I'm glad too. Also, I heard the one in California is really small, and also I wouldn't want to go to California. I am probably going to go to Seattle for PAX West. Are you interested in going to PAX West, or it's like
The thing
out of
is,
your
I'm
range?
transferring to a new college, so I think that it would be kind of hard for me to do that. Like even though it's on a long weekend, so I kind of have to focus with that on that right now. So, but PAX East next year, I think that's going to be in May. So I might be like more like I think I might be available for that one since I think I'll be done with finals by then.
What a studious guy. Come on, just skip school and come with us to Seattle. The Hollywood Park sucks. I've never been to the one in Hollywood. I've never been to Cali either, yet I really don't have much of a desire to. Did you go, or you just kind of know that it's crappy? I am of the belief that you don't need to go somewhere to know it's a crappy place. Like, yeah, I think it's self-explanatory.
Yeah, like it I've been to California a couple times. I haven't been to Universal Hollywood out there, but I have been to Disneyland and Legoland out there. That's actually the only Legoland that I've been to. I haven't been to the one in Florida. I've just been to the one in California. Um,
Joshy,
but
nice to see you on the stream. Great seeing you. What a nice surprise. Enjoy Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and, you know, hopefully the Nintendo Direct will be as incredible as the last two. So, we will see. But if any worst comes to worst, they do Mario Party the top 200 with cars. I hope we get a nice rant from you about it.
Mario Party Supercars, like my idea.
Supercars. From what I heard, though, there is one of those games that released during that era that actually wasn't too bad, and that was Star Rush.
I'm just thinking. Oh yeah, I actually like Star Rush. That's like the only like 3DS Wii U era Mario Party. Well, that was like pretty close to the end of that era, but like I feel like it had some interesting ideas, but I feel like my nightmare scenario Mario game is a spin-off that uses like the bland generic New Super Mario Bros aesthetic. Like it has like it just like looks like it was ripped straight out of the world map from New Super Mario Bros Wii. It's like if they make another Mario spin-off like that would be my worst nightmare for a new Mario game.
Well, we did kind of have that with Battle League, but Riders DX, when you were saying overdose on Starbucks, is that what PAX West is going to be like? We're going to be going to Starbucks, and actually, come to think of it, that would probably cost more than the trip to Seattle itself. I'm more of a Dunkin' guy.
Oh, with Battle League, I wouldn't say it's necessarily that like New Super Mario Bros aesthetic. I mean, like some of them were kind of generic, but it was like more of just like a general generic style rather than like kind of like the New Super Mario Bros style that's kind of like shoehorned in. Because I feel like the more so the problem with that game was like the lack of content. I thought like the theming wasn't like that bad, I would say. But like if it's like something like Puzzles and Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition, if it's like as bland as like something like that, that would be pretty disappointing for me.
You know, it does have the new Super Mario Brothers theme, but there's something charming about Puzzles and Dragons Mario Edition. It's a really underrated game. Seattle is the home of Starbucks. Indeed, it's also the home, well, not Seattle, but Washington. That's where Nintendo's headquarters are at.
Yeah, Starbucks is way too expensive. I have like I have this coffee place in my area. It's like a small chain in North Carolina. That's like, it's way better insignificantly cheaper than Starbucks. So it's funny because the campus that I was at before, they had like two Starbucks locations, and they also had one location of the coffee chain in North Carolina that was also there, and I always went to the local one. It was just so much better.
Yeah, here's always a good idea to support local businesses, but also, what do you think of Dunkin'? Because I actually really like it.
Yeah, I actually kind of like it too. There was also one on my the college campus that I was at for a couple of years. I like it every
How
once
much
in a while.
caffeine do you
I would
usually
say.
drink?
It depends. I drink more iced tea than coffee. I usually have about I'll have to see in terms of iced tea, I have maybe 4 to 5 glasses of it. Actually, maybe more than that because I drink quite a lot of iced tea. That has about half the amount of caffeine as 1 cup of coffee. And sometimes I do drink iced coffee as well. I more so like during school, during the semester, I drank iced coffee more. So it just kind of depends. I think I get a decent amount of caffeine.
Let's see what I had today. I had 2 cups of
Local
coffee and a Celsius.
Local coffee is great, but Dunkin' sucks. Tastes like paper.
Hey,
Paper.
you would like it.
I would like that.
You know, when I was in elementary or middle school, I ate paper. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but I wouldn't recommend doing that.
I have a story of me eating paper because, of course, when I was in elementary school, 4th or 5th grade, when I read the Percy Jackson books, I used to for some reason, I was really hungry in the afternoon, but I didn't have any snacks or anything. I couldn't find anything to eat, so I just took a little bit of a little tiny tip, just a little tiny tip, and just would chew on it. And it was a page from the Percy Jackson books, not the whole page, obviously. That would be disgusting. But
If
a
possible,
little
you should have just eaten the script from the movie.
But I mean, a tiny little tip of the paper. I would just chew on that for some reason, because I was both bored and kind of hungry while I was reading. But the Percy Jackson books, they were very good. I liked them.
But I will say, Riders DX, I've seen My Strange Addiction, and I saw the one where the lady was eating couch cushions. I Totally Obsessed a little more, though. The Peter Pan guy lives near me. Did you see that one?
I'm not sure if I have. I know I really like the Pac-Man one, since it was I actually did a parody of it, but
I got Tim Chris for the channel, so that was my favorite too. It's not because I'm fat, it's because I know it's because I'm fat. I'm not stupid. That was TLC's My Big Fat Fabulous Life. I completely forgot about that quote. I know it's because I'm fat. I'm not stupid. No, but in all seriousness, I'm not fat yet. Take a little bit longer to get there. So, probably a good idea to just load up on sodas and let me think of some other... Do some mukbangs. Start a second channel called Demeech Peach.
Just imagine you doing mukbangs. It's and you just bring your typical inside jokes into it while you're doing it. I'm just picturing it now.
Could you just explain what you pictured? How do you
I'm just
guys... Would it be something like this? Hey guys, and welcome to Demeech Peach. Today we'll be doing a mukbang of Jollibee spaghetti and meatballs. I look like a meatball. I look like a meatball. TND said my uncle looked like a meatball, but anyways, man, this ripping up the packaging.
That's pretty close.
Ripping up the packaging reminds me of throwing out a flyer.
The Beach and Rishi should do a mukbang at the Super Nintendo World Restaurant.
That's actually a good idea. Trying everything on the menu.
No, even better. We should do a mukbang at the Perky. remember the restaurant that near the Expo Center called the Perky? We should do it there.
Alright, I think, well, with Perky, I feel like it's too on the nose. Like, stay perky. I mean, people get it, but Super Nintendo World does sound like a better idea. Or better yet, why don't we just... Okay, Dimitri should collab with Review Bra and review Taco Bell Cheez-It meals while they're being interrupted by a bank heist. Better have some Jardiance on hand. That's a good idea. But I was gonna say...
You should do collab with the Jardiance lady when...
I think we're gonna wrap up the stream when we see Rainbow Road appear or when we get the track. Because I do like to end it on that, but if not, we'll do like 4 more. I know it's been like 4 more, but at the same time, it's been a very exciting stream.
Yeah, I just want to show you that. I just wanted to show you that one Smiling Friends episode.
I'm down, but also mukbang with the Jardiance lady. I would love that. Is she gonna be at too many games? Not Jardiance lady, voice actress.
Oh wait, who were you talking about?
Oh, the voice actress for Prince Florian.
I don't think. I know the one, for Tails will be there.
Oh, I'm sure Riders DX is excited for that, but also, do sunsets remind anyone else of bowls of fruit? Yeah, me too.
I'm trying to see. We're definitely gonna meet, James Rolfe. I'm definitely, looking forward to that.
Is that gonna be like me meeting Jeff Grubb at PAX? But I was gonna say, okay, Jay Plays, please mention it. I'd love to hear it. You've said everything. Oh, I think I have an idea what it is. Is it what we declared last year as? Binging with Babish should create Billy Dogs. That'd be hilarious to see. I feel like it's too oddly specific, though. And I'm too
Also,
niche.
I might want to meet, RGT85 as well, since I've been watching his videos since, like, the beginning of the Switch era.
Spawncast is gonna be there. Yeah, I talked to Josie Woe. She is going too. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to that panel. I love RGT85, though. He's great.
Yeah, I definitely want to meet him there, but, I want to go to that one, panel, the AVGN one, where he's doing, like, a screening of the movie and then doing, like, a special thing after that. That's on the first day. I definitely want to do that.
Yeah, I'd be down. It just depends what time it is.
Also, Vinny will be there as well, from Vinesauce. Did you know he played one of my Game Builder Garage games before?
I did not know that.
Yeah, he played this, I made one called Paper Mario Cardboard Crisis, and he played it on this one stream he did of, like, playing, like, different, like, funny, Game Builder Garage games.
Yeah, I'd definitely be interested in seeing that. We finna be going to too many games, like... I wonder if... Should I bring my capture card? Were you thinking of doing something Luigi's Mansion related?
Yeah, I was thinking about, like, possibly, like, doing, like, some videos with that. I think that would be fun. I usually, bring my capture card and mic up to like things like that.
Where are you staying?
Or trips in general. I'm staying like at a hotel, like I think like either 5 or 10 minutes from the place.
Oh, nice.
Not too far.
Do you know what it's
I'll
called?
probably. I need to look.
I might be
I'm actually.
the same one.
I'm staying with my family since I'm flying up, and my family wanted to go to Philadelphia too, like around the same time. So and since I've like family in Pennsylvania that we're gonna be kind of riding across the state with.
Oh,
so,
that sounds fun.
Because I'm flying into Pittsburgh like a day before, and then we're gonna go like across the state over to Philadelphia. And then after that, we're gonna like go back and do like a couple things. Well, I'm also gonna have a couple days in Lancaster as well. That's actually like only like I think it's only like 45 minutes from the place that we'll be at. So
Well, the
I'm
thing
looking
is, I
forward to
leave
that,
Monday, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of time. But Riders DX is saying if we do the Luigi's Mansion 2 thing, could he wear a blanket and play a ghost? You could be King Boo.
yeah,
Though I don't.
yeah.
That just reminded me of.
Though I was thinking it would have to be on like Saturday. I'm thinking since Friday it seems like it starts and ends a little later than the other days. So I think it would have to be Saturday that we do the Luigi's Mansion thing.
Yeah, we'll definitely think of something. But I do leave on Monday, like Monday morning.
Yeah.
For King
So,
Boo, it's got to be like. That's probably not a good one. You need
Also-
to have like a high pitched voice to do it. So Reese
Yeah,
is
also-
definitely down for that.
But I was gonna say I was gonna connect it to Paper Mario again, of course. But do you know the Big Boo boss fight, the Atomic Boo in Paper Mario in Thousand Year Door?
I do. I do.
In the remake, it actually has King Boo's voice.
Oh wow! I need to.
Yeah,
I
'cause
didn't play it. I missed out on that boss.
Yeah, I think you could still probably like if you have to talk to like the Boos and Creepy Steeple.
You know what? I think that. Singapore Speedway. I probably could play Mario Kart all night. Actually, no, I can't. Paper Mario, on the other hand, that's a different story. Who that? Or
I could
Riders
play that
DX.
nonstop.
Who that? Who that? IGGY. That's what I think of when I see Iggy. He's so fancy. You already know. Imagine if Mario... I don't think Mario Maker 2 will last that long. Mario Kart 8, I kind of understand. I'm
Yeah, I
surprised you
feel
didn't
like we
enjoy
might
it.
get I have a feeling that we might get like another Mario Maker on the Switch 2, like pretty early on.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I see a lot of
I'm
people
thinking-
playing Skoopalings.
I'm thinking they might even do like a Super Mario 3D Maker, like, but 3D Mario goes in like a different direction, kind of like how Wonder did, and then they basically with 3D Maker they stick to more like simple 3D Mario games, like 64, like Galaxy and 3D World, stuff like that.
You know what? I'm gonna let you guys choose what I have for dinner today. Is it going to be Korean spicy 2X ramen, or is it gonna be French toast crunch? Cereal or ramen? What do you choose, Reese?
Let me think. I think the chat should decide. I'll let the chat decide here.
We need your choice too.
Okay. I'm gonna do a coin flip for this. Just so it can be completely random. Okay, so heads will be ramen, tails will be cereal. Let's see. Ramen.
Alright.
That's my pick.
Now this ramen, you actually drain it. It's really spicy. I put eggs in it too. It looks like most are going for the ramen. Or actually,
Yeah.
maybe it's too many calories, I don't know. But I also worked out today, so I burned them off anyway. How are you feeling about the city tracks, like, nearly a year later? Do you like them?
I think it depends on the track. Some of them, like Singapore Speedway, I still really like. But then others like Tokyo, it's like not very good for some of them. But I like this one, Vancouver Velocity, like some of them are pretty memorable. I even like New York Minute. That
One more game at 3 a.m. Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Yeah, I don't want I want to show you the Smiling Friends episode soon, and I need to get up to stream the direct. So
Actually, you know what? We'll make this the one more, and hopefully it's Sunshine Airport. Or it doesn't seem like anyone's in this room, so I'm gonna leave this one. It's only Brayden. So one more round, and that's going to be it. Because, yeah, I'm getting a little tired, too. But, yeah, I do want to watch the Smiling Friends episode. So,
I want to... The one I want to show you is, oh, there's a couple good ones on here, but, I'm trying to think of which one I should show you. Frowning Friends is good. Mr. Frog is also really good.
Ooh, I'm not sure if I want Frowning Friends or Mr. Frog.
Shrimp's Odyssey is also really funny. Then Charlie dies and doesn't come back. I know you already watched Enchanted Forest in Brazil.
Super Shrimp Odyssey. Smiling Friends Odyssey coming to Switch too. You know, it'd be really funny.
I wanted you to see Frowning Friends because I think that's one of the funniest episodes. Like the ending is like really. I'm not gonna spoil. I'm sure you saw the scene from it, but I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Like within the context of the episode, but it's really funny.
I do want Wart to appear and maybe even develop the character further. Yeah, I'd love that. Alright.
I think it would be cool at some point if they made a Smiling Friends movie.
I think we're gonna end this off with Shroom Ridge, if that's the track that gets voted in. But it'd be great if it was a Rainbow Road one. Alright. This will be our final round, so any last predictions? We'd love to hear them. Any last wants? And then tomorrow we will see what the Nintendo Direct has in store.
Yeah.
Is that Anton? I think it is.
I'm looking at the thing now. I don't think... I remember his meet. I don't think he's in there.
Yeah, the final lap.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's Anton. Okay. It was a bit delayed for me on the stream. Yeah, I see him now on there. No, I remember your me. Here's the thing. I was looking at those two other me's there before you joined. I remember your me now. I thought the beach was talking about those two other me's there before you joined. I thought you already joined on there. Yeah, it was delayed. I remember your me. I was like, now I see that you're there. I was looking at the two other me's that were there, because that was the only ones that were showing up on like the video there. I was like, huh, like, I was like, because I remember your me and everything. It was just a little delayed.
I will say, would you like to manifest some games for the Direct? You can manifest 3 games. But
Game
one-
& Watch Gallery Ultimate.
Okay, that's
Virtual
a great one.
Virtual Boy Wario Land Remake. And I need to think of a third one
F-Zero
here.
GX Remastered.
I'm thinking Pac-Man World 2 repack.
If I could only
That's my
choose
final
3
one.
games, definitely would be Game & Watch Gallery Ultimate. It definitely would be F-Zero GX remade or remastered. And I'm trying to think of a final one. I'll remake a Donkey Kong 64, but I don't think it's likely.
I'm just thinking about, like, Game & Watch Gallery Ultimate. That, like, ever since I thought of that, like, was it, like, earlier this year or last year? It was, like, that. It just seems like the perfect idea, like, for something that ND Cube would develop.
Yeah,
Like,
but if ND
I think
Cube's
that would-
developing it, weren't they working on a Mario
Yeah.
Party?
I was just thinking, like, if they were to do something other than Mario Party, but at the same time, it could be developed by, like, another, like, Grezzo or something. But,
I wonder what Grezzo's up to.
yeah, I'm really curious. Like, is it Zelda remakes, or they're doing something else? I don't know.
We're gonna have to ask Jeff Grubb that.
Instead of Grezzo, they should have Grubbo.
Grubhub!
Grubhub. Do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do.
Alright, and let's look at the standings, but this is our final round. Not too bad. But let's see. I love that the only one from Canada here is Anton, because we got microplay. It's invalid. Alright.
Chibi Robo Plug into Adventure remake.
That would be amazing, but I don't know if Nintendo
Yeah.
remembers it. So for Nintendo
Yeah.
Direct Eve, let's see the standings. And I have a good feeling I know who's gonna win.
Tanabe certainly wanted Nintendo to forget Chibi Robo.
Alright, the winner is AIDS, like I expected. Followed by Blake, then Jacob. I got 4th place. Orange, Jay, Professor Koopa, William, Jack Attack, Joel, Braden, Reese, Glubby, Cord R, Steven, Aqua Twist, Boscus Man, Evan Tetro, Novice, and Jude. Thank you to everyone for joining, and I'm really hoping that tomorrow's Direct's exciting, because with Nintendo Directs,
Yeah.
I always hope for them to be as great as they could be. Simply because I love Nintendo, and the last 2 Directs have been amazing. So I'm hoping that they can do a 3rd one in a row that's just as incredible. Although, to be fair, this one I don't have that much hope for. But we'll just have to
Yeah,
wait
I'm
and
hoping
see.
I'm just hoping at least like Mario Party. I'm just hoping like for that at least.
I think that's pretty
So-
much a given, but yeah. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and as always, keep calm and da-da on.
Stay perky.
Alright, that was a good stream.